Hello. It is April 18th, and Pub Talk is back. We're going to talk a little bit about the draft and what to expect this week. Coming up for next week with our mock draft. Then we're going to have a big boy tier list today. We're going to talk about some snack food. Then we're going to drink some beer as always, kick back, and then we're going to have some hops of the week for you. It's going to be a great show. But before we get to all that, we want to thank our sponsor, Route 11 Chips. The best chips here in the Shenandoah Valley with great flavors such as barbecue, Chesapeake crab, and salt and pepper. 25 plus years of being in the business has led to some damn fine chips. So check out your local stores to grab your bag today. Okay, lights, beer, action. Yeah, I said quit your bitching. Welcome back, Pat.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here, buddy.
And welcome back, listeners. New listeners, thanks to Lucas over here to the right. I say this to Vig every time. You're going to have to start paying property taxes if you continue to come back onto this show.
Well, I'm trying to bring a new audience here also.
We'll tell them later. We'll advertise, obviously, but we're going to want to have a live show for the draft. So next week's mock draft, and then finally we'll be on that, what is it, Thursday evening?
It's on a Thursday,
It's on Thursday evening. We will be live draft day.
Awesome.
Top 10 live draft as we unfold. So we're going to dial in our mock draft and horseshit today.
Okay, but I wanted to talk about it a little bit just because, this draft, I know every single year is like, this draft's going to be interesting. This draft's going to be very interesting. This one, though, however,
is going to be interesting.
You have a group in the top 10 that you just do not know. It's not settled and done. It's kind of like the Bears settling on a quarterback from North Carolina. You don't expect it, but it just fucking happens.
They traded up to get him,
It just happens. It just does. But anyway,
they could have had
he's
that
in
rapist.
Buffalo, and guess what? Deshaun Watson has 22 lawsuits against him, so I guess the Bears kind of won against that. But anyway, this year you have the first round that is filled with talent everywhere. Now, there are teams that are already set on people. I can already guarantee that Cincinnati 100% is going to take the tackle from Oregon.
That's bold to say 100%. That's a huge debate.
They were holding up signs at the fucking games for him that they were going to pick him.
Yeah.
But that's the fans. That's not Mike Brown and front office saying that. That's
my
fans.
God, I think Joe Burrow just
weren't
might
you the one
retire.
2 weeks ago that said, or was it you, Coach, who said fans shouldn't be allowed to make picks or something? You said something like that to me when I was talking about Titans.
Did?
Yeah, you gave me a
Listen, you've only
comment.
had a couple sips of that beer. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, did I say that?
You said, don't listen to fans about comments and stuff like that.
Did
it's
I say
okay,
that,
I
or was
agree
I
with
saying that to you because you had a microphone in front of you? If you got a microphone in front of you, you're a fucking expert. You don't have. You're telling the truth whether you're
That's
not.
true.
Whether
so
you
maybe
are or not.
maybe that was why he said that to me.
Yeah, you don't want to, but we don't want to even listen to ownership once
Right,
again because what do they know? Because they'll pick a quarterback from North Carolina as the second pick overall in the draft. It's come full circle again. But anyway, but for quarterback wise, I think it's already clear of who is going to go number one. But at the same time, I go, after that, who is going where and who is going to trade up for this and that. You already have the 49ers who traded up. You already have teams that are looking at Mac Jones now as the third quarterback taken overall, even the second quarterback taken overall.
Yeah,
it's all over the damn place now.
Yeah, it's really, it's this QB galore kind of thing.
It is.
Really shakes your head. You got to go all the way back to when was it was Elway and Marino and all those guys, was it 81 or something like that, where there was just this mass flood of guys that was super talent came in at one time. And I don't know how many guys ended up coming out of that as Hall of Famers, but it was quite impressive.
Well, do we all agree that the draft starts at 3? Do we all think here at this table Zach Wilson's going to? I mean, I feel like that's a lock.
No,
you don't think that's a lock?
Well, who's at number 3? Is it San Fran?
It's San Francisco.
San Francisco.
And I'm not even willing to say that Mac Jones is a lock at 3.
I would say Zach Wilson is probably a lock at 2, but 3,
If I was
heard
putting
three
money
different
on
people.
it, I'm putting Justin Fields.
I would
Going to
have
San
to go-
Francisco.
Going to San Francisco.
Okay.
That's where my money would go.
So right now, Mel Kiper has Mac Jones. I don't think that's what's going to happen.
You say
I
that
don't
name
think-
again. You say that name again on here. The man who thought that Jimmy Clausen was going to have the greatest career ever. Stop saying Mel Kiper on this show.
But he's the draft guy.
He does know a lot, but
he comes out for
There-
1 month
whether
every single
he's
year
right,
to
whether
spout
what
his
he
shit and
thinks-
go, look, we're talking this.
But-
He's got great intangibles. Look,
here's
I've
the
seen him. I have dreams about him in my bed with my wife sitting next to me, okay? I know it. I
But
see
here's
it.
the thing,
I
though.
believe it.
But what he
It's literally
thinks-
him. That's all he spouts off about.
But it does. Who gives a crap what Mel Kiper thinks about the athlete? It comes down to what the team wants about the athlete. I'm worried about like his sources and being like, okay, he has Mac Jones.
Well, his sources got fired a long time ago, I think, because he's like, listen, I got to fire you guys every single year because your guys are not helping me right now. Who the fuck said Jimmy Clausen and told me and gave me a roofie to go on stage and say, yeah, he's going to have the best career ever?
he sure looked like he was going to have a great career. And then he
What,
just
because
trying
of
to think,
Notre Dame?
Like Lucas, you study the game way more than any of us here, like from an analytical standpoint, by breaking stuff down. Which of those three guys, Fields, Jones, and Lance, fits San Francisco?
I don't even think he's
Well,
going to agree.
based on their current scheme, I would say Mac Jones. But I
ground and pound
I
kinda
believe that
play
Kyle
action.
Shanahan also has a history with RG3, with the mobile quarterback. I mean, Justin Fields ran a 4.44.
They all did.
Yeah, that is true. Everyone
Everybody
did
ran
run a
4.4.
4.4. But Justin Fields does have elite athleticism also. Would Kyle Shanahan want to have the ability to open up his playbook in a couple years? That's something that I think would be hard to pass on for him. Because Justin Fields is really good in the pocket, too. That's an underrated feature of Justin Fields. Everybody, the common fan thinks he's a mobile quarterback when he throws absolute darts in the pocket.
I get that. The only problem is that for Justin Fields, here's the problem for me is that I have never seen an offense in the past God knows how many years that adapts to a college style of offense where it's spread style, where they have those fast plays. You saw what Haskins was able to do in college. They had a lot of play action plays inside of the shotgun that were allowing him to make big throws down the field. You never get that in the NFL. It's just not going to happen. And I don't see, and it's going to be the next Ohio State quarterback that's coming out that has run the same offense. They've both been under Ryan Day. Now, I'm saying, is he better than Haskins Fields? Yes, he is, 100%. Okay, you make it to the college football playoff both seasons, you're better than Haskins. But what I'm saying is that if we're expecting him to be, great from what he's shown in college, it's like, look, he is going to be under center most of the time, which he has never been in college.
Or
high school. And that's something that he's going to have to get used to.
Yeah, I've argued that for I don't know how many years. I go all the way back to when you look at Alex Smith, when Alex Smith was at Utah, and he was, he got drafted out by the
he sucked
by the Niners.
by the
He's another
49ers.
guy that played in that Urban Meyer system
Yeah, exactly.
that Ohio State is
But
running.
he
here's the
sucked
thing,
at San Fran for
here's
a couple years.
Yeah, but here's the thing. In the 3 years that he started at Utah, he never took a snap under center. Everything. Now, here's a guy that graduated in 3 years. Alex Smith is no dummy. And he was a damn good college quarterback. A great leader, had all kinds of tools. But you know as well as I do, they fucking shoehorn these guys into systems thinking that they're system quarterbacks instead of saying, well, let's take a look at what we do really well from the quarterback position and let's design a system around that guy. They don't do that. They just
never do that.
They try to package
There's a
their-
system, and then you just
they
plug
try to
people into that system.
package
Try to make it
talent
work.
into it.
And you know this, Coach. I think elite coaches adjust their system around who they have.
Oh, trust me.
And the reason
Perfect
why I
example is
believe
Baltimore.
right and
Or
the,
New England. Although they were bad, I still think that they completely adjusted their offense from a Tom Brady-style offense to a Cam Newton offense.
And the reason why I believe in Justin Fields' ability to play under Kyle Shanahan is the fact that he had RG3 playing at a very high level before the injury in Washington, and then
He's rookie of the year,
He was
wasn't
he was, and then he also was the offensive coordinator when Matt Ryan had his MVP season. So Shanahan is going to adjust his scheme to who he's got.
We know how.
And,
Hey, what happened in that game?
I was
going
gonna
to
say,
last
what-
game with the Falcons. What happened with them?
yeah,
don't
I
know.
mean,
That's right.
yeah, they did blow the lead, but
They blew
was
more
Matt
than
Ryan
that.
was Matt Ryan was Matt Ryan ever the same dude again? I mean, he's been solid, but he's never been on that MVP level since Shanahan
$100
left.
million guy too.
And I think Fields could also be really
That sounds
good in New
familiar
England.
after a Super Bowl run.
Where have I heard that from?
Oh, that's right. He's the backup for the Eagles.
Joe
That's right.
Flacco.
Do y'all remember when
Flacco.
when people had the Joe Flacco was elite conversation?
Yeah.
and they were asking politicians, and
He's
depending
Easy,
on where.
CJ. Calm
CJ's
down.
gonna punch
Calm
you.
down.
You say that word.
Calm down.
You cannot say Flacco
Dude,
and elite in the
I've
same
said
sentence.
it multiple times. He committed highway robbery.
Oh, he did.
He
No
took
question about it.
$120 million and said, "Thanks, Ray. Peace out." Because Ray and Ed
It's
Reed
all
and those
about it's
guys.
all about when you get hot. Get hot at the right time, you get paid.
Everyone goes, but what about that playoff run? It's like, yeah, I'm glad that Jacoby Jones. He made that big, huge bomb, and then he also returned a 108-yard kickoff in the Super Bowl. Thank you, Jacoby Jones.
I mean, when you get hot, and sometimes you get away with it with $120 million in a Super Bowl wing.
Okay, but
A Super Bowl
Wing.
win. That's some good chicken.
Continuing on, though, it's crazy that the Heisman is probably not going to be taken in the top 10. If you think about
Right.
it, that Devontae Smith is most likely not
You
going
don't
to be
see him
taken
in the top 10?
for positions that these teams need. They don't
Miami
need a wide
doesn't
receiver.
Miami doesn't
and
need a wide
also,
receiver?
and also, he is
I think they're going
not.
to take Chase before
yeah,
they take
exactly.
him.
I was just
Jamar
about to
Chase
get to
from
that.
LSU?
He's
Yes.
not the
You know,
number one
he's
receiver.
really good, too. He's really good.
Or Kyle Pitts. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of
But
people
I think
who
that's
think
you're stupid. You have freaking Mike Gesicki. What do you need Kyle Pitts for?
they're saying Kyle Pitts is like guaranteed gold jacket. That's the thing about him. He's a guaranteed gold
my
jacket.
God.
Who is
That's
saying
just
that?
that's what like
Okay.
Dan Orlovsky says, and
The guy
Bucky
who ran out of
Brooks.
the back of the end zone in his career?
Man,
Why do we listen to these fucking people, man?
You have Mike Gesicki.
I'm just busting your balls,
Yeah, yeah.
Lucas. But like, it comes to a point where I'm like, he's gold jacket material. It's like he played at Florida with a shitty quarterback, according to your opinion.
I think Kyle Pitts made him better.
Okay, then that might be a better answer. But what
What's
I'm
his
also
name, Trask?
saying is that
Yeah, Kyle
Yeah.
Trask.
Yeah. But Pitts was clearly the best player on that team. Hey,
Okay,
douche
okay.
mode. Get away from the mic. Stop looking at me like that. Get down.
But
Get
anyway,
down. Get down.
yeah, Jamar Chase is supposed to be the number one taken.
And that's
Who
not
else?
a bad choice.
Who else was the other receiver?
Jalen Waddle.
Yeah,
Jalen
Waddle.
Waddle, who was
was
his
injured.
teammate.
Who was injured for most of
And
the
he's
season.
coming off.
And yet,
Yeah.
So he had that broken ankle, or
Right.
Yeah.
that
Well, a
bad injury.
lot of people give Jalen Waddle
Swear to
the
God, if
Tyreek
you
Hill
say-
comp.
swear to God,
In
if you
terms of
keep
speed.
saying a lot of people, I'm gonna hit you.
But right now, they
I'll
have
change that to my
Jamar Chase
sources.
is the
I just
Coach.
want to pause for a second. World Series champion LA Dodgers on TV right now.
Hey, they're
Just
losing.
so you know.
I'm just kidding. They're probably winning.
So right now, the first receiver taken is Jamar Chase with the Detroit Lions.
This is a big,
Oh, they're winning. Okay.
Big series with San Diego. This is the sweep if they win today.
Oh, they started a fight last night too. There was a big fight.
I'm sorry, Patrick. Go ahead.
So they have Jamar Chase going to Detroit, which is pretty
Where
much
good players go to die.
good
Sorry,
players go to
Jamar.
die.
Devontae's like,
But then they have, but
Yes.
then he has Devontae Smith going to the Carolina Panthers
Okay.
with Sam.
with
Darnold.
Sam Darnold. I'm not even gonna finish the damn name.
Hey, all I know, and you've heard me say this before, freaking Matt Rule is a hell of a coach. I call him the fighting Matt Rules. I don't even call him the freaking Carolina Panthers. They're the freaking Carolina Rules. Because Matt Rule fucking rules.
They had a
They're
really
gonna be
crappy
ru-
roster, but they
My
fought
They're
heart
going
hurts. You
to
just said
win
the same
games.
word 7 times in one
Dude, I'm
sentence,
telling
please.
you, they're going to be good. You just wait, buddy.
I think Sam Darnold's going to be a lot better. I'm not saying he'll ever live up to his draft position, number 3 overall, but I think he could have a solid year this year. Change of scenery, Joe Brady coaching
just-
him up. I think he'll definitely improve.
I always go back to that Penn State game against USC, and everyone looks at that game and goes like, "See, this is why he looks good." And I go, Penn State's defense was atrocious that year.
You like this?
You
It's
would
good.
be able, like, you're not. That one game doesn't define you. I feel.
Harry and Lloyd, right here. This is sold on merit, made on honor. Narragansett beer from guess where? From Harry and Lloyd's hometown, Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh,
1890, baby.
did you fall off the tarmac again? Yeah.
I can't find a job unless
But
you
you know,
wanna work
going back-
40 hours a week.
But you know, going back to the Panthers again, like you call them the fighting Matt Rules.
Yeah.
Like they lose week 1 by 4.
Look at the Kansas
They're
City
gonna
game.
be- I'm
They
telling
almost
you.
beat Kansas
Another
City.
one
If
by
Joey
5.
Jewell could hit.
They lose by 6.
You wait.
They lose by 7.
I'm dialed
3, 5, or 7 again. They lose by 2 to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Told
If
you.
just, if just
They lose
he was
by
a little bit
1,
more muscular,
5,
their kicker, he could have made
8.
it through. Just
Like,
a little
they're-
bit more.
like,
You're not blowing
They're
them
in
out.
every ball
Every
game.
game
And they
they're
had
there.
nobody.
And McCaffrey was injured.
And
Teddy-
McCaffrey didn't even play.
And Bridgewater was average at
They
best.
won a game with an XFL star, okay?
So I got good things coming.
Was that
from
When they
against
get
Detroit?
talent, when they get talent, he's
Matt
gonna be a
Rule
good
and
coach.
the Carolina Panthers are going to be headed in the right direction. I firmly believe that. So when you get Devontae Smith, I think that's just one more thing, one more piece. Because, we've said this all along. We talk about this, all the way down at our level and high school level. If you can push the ball vertically down the field, you stress defenses.
Right.
You really do. So
I don't think you do that because if you look at Pittsburgh, they like slant passes. And I think that
hey,
actually
Tom Brady's
works.
made a career on the yak yardage by
on
the freaking
checking the ball down,
checking it down and getting to the. We call it taking
But-
your gimmies.
But
So-
you see, Pittsburgh has a problem where they drop the ball all the time as
Right.
well. So
And you gotta-
your yak isn't going to work if you don't do
if
the
you
one
can't actually
job
if
that
you
you're
can't
there to
actually
do.
catch
Yeah.
it, you can't have yak. But yeah, so there's something to be said for that. And so when I look at these quarterbacks, these guys are big time arm guys who can push the ball down the field vertically, and you have to be able to do that consistently in the NFL, or you're not going to win. You're not going to win.
Okay. What about defensively now that we're talking about, though, for this draft? Because as of right now, all the talk in the world is offensively.
Yeah,
for this
and I
draft.
think that's why I wrote-
Offensive
But that's where
firepower.
sleeper
Freaking-
defensive guys just bust onto the show, and then they make something happen, and the next thing you know, they're the next big thing.
Yeah,
There's been some sleepers in some drafts that you just
And some
never
really
know.
good defensive players are going to go to some pretty doggone good football teams,
yeah. I mean,
and it's only going to make things worse.
the perfect example, and we always bring his name up, is Belichick finds these fourth and fifth round guys, and they become
Studs.
well, I don't know if that's the right word, but they become system studs. If that
Right.
fits, they freaking
Yeah, I
they
know what you're
fit the New England system, and
They buy
produce,
into
they
it.
produce, right?
And they get better and better and
yeah,
better.
and because if you don't have notoriety and you're being taught by Bill Belichick, you're getting a lot of freaking knowledge pushed between your ears. So I think that could be what we're seeing with this year's draft is that there's going to be so much focus on these quarterbacks, and I was talking with your mother on the drive today because we drove a couple hundred miles today, but. We were, I was saying we were talking about the Deshaun Watson thing, and we had listened to a previous show, and we were saying, I was like, but what if these freaking guys, these talking heads, are wrong about all these fucking quarterbacks? Okay, so you get freaking Zach Wilson, you get Justin Fields, and you get what's his name?
Mac Jones,
Mac Jones, and then you get
Trey Lance.
Well, okay, I put him on a second tier.
Okay.
I don't put him with those top level guys, and then our boy from Clemson,
Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. So his Trevor just completely escaped my brain right there.
It's because you know where he's going. And
All
you
right,
just-
so I'm looking at 4 to 5 guys. What if you're wrong about those guys? I mean, what if you are? What if you become the 2021 Chicago Bears by taking that guy? Now, the only guy I give a pass to, the only guy I even remotely give a pass to is Trevor Lawrence, just simply because he's been in the shit since day one as a freshman. And he's been in the national championship. He's been there, and he's taken
played
his
the best teams.
He's
As
played the
soon
best
as-
teams.
As
He's
soon
played-
as Kelly Bryant
and he's-
dropped off a little bit, wasn't even a hesitation. Yeah, Trevor.
Hey, the Lawrence
Right,
kid's
we're
gonna
going
play,
to
and then he
Snyder
takes,
Woods.
and then he plays LSU, Bama, Oklahoma. He plays well. The ACC is, but like
Ohio State. And-
he's been battle hardened. He's been
right,
battle
he's
tested.
He's
and, like,
truly
you,
tested. But can you say that about a Trey Lance?
can
who
you say
played
that
one
about a
game?
Zach Wilson, who I'm
Right.
probably, I'm not a Zach. I don't get the hype.
I'm a huge. We
Well,
talked
the
about
only-
this a couple
I
weeks
don't
ago.
get it.
I'm-
I
I
don't
think a
get
Zach
it.
Wilson fan is
I'm
right
a,
here.
I'm a Zach Wilson fan just purely from an arm perspective. His arm is ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
It's
He used to
ridiculous.
send me stuff.
It-
Be like,
Yes.
Just watch this.
yeah.
And then he backs it up with his feet. And so when you throw arms and feet, and CJ and I had freaking talked about this.
We did?
Yes, we did. We talked about the fact that how much of an impact did Patrick Mahomes have on all of these coaches when you got a big league arm and you got good feet. Well, you package them in a system, and maybe we get the next freaking Mahomey. Okay? And so that's what they were talking about with Jordan Love. That's what they were talking about with this Trey Lance kid. You're talking Zach Wilson. He's a big dude. You know, he's 6'3", 215. He can run. He can throw. He's got all of these intangibles. Build a system around him and watch him go. But what if they're fucking wrong? And you pay,
Yeah, I agree. And I think part of that, like in terms of being wrong, is in football, coaching matters.
oh,
You know, like
yeah.
whoever ends up at number 3
Like I got that.
is going to, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I personally believe, so say Mac Jones, between Mac Jones, Justin Fields, and Trey Lance, whoever gets picked at number 3 has the best career. That's just my opinion.
Why do you say that?
Because I think Kyle Shanahan is that great of an offensive mind.
Okay.
You know, but let's scroll through here. Let's say
So what
won't
happened?
let
Let's
me
just say,
scroll.
let's throw the thing out there with the Patriots again. Let's just say that Justin Fields, because you know that Patrick, will you grab me one, please? What you've heard all the rumors that his draft stock is dropping, like it's plummeting.
right.
Well, thank you. The Patriots are going to pick at 15. What if he slides all the way to 15 and he's in a Josh McDaniels system?
Right. Yeah. And
What
then
happens
I think,
to him then?
I mean, I think he'll be really good then too. And maybe that would be the one exception is if somebody slips to 15, then they got a shot. But let's see. I'm trying to think. Like let's say this mock that I'm reading right now has Justin Fields going to Denver at 9.
I've seen that.
Vic
now.
Fangio is a great defensive mind, but couldn't get Drew Lock to work out.
Right.
I don't think whoever ends up at let me rephrase it this way: whoever ends up at Denver, if they pick a quarterback, has a disadvantage compared to the guy who's coached by Kyle Shanahan or Josh McDaniels.
Gotcha.
That's
Gotcha.
But that's where I'm coming from with it.
I would tend to agree with that. I really like that. So you're trying Harry and Lloyd?
I'm going to try.
Have you
yes.
ever had this before?
I haven't.
All right, but here's the thing: you gotta let it sit and let the aftertaste
It's good.
ride you.
I think it's good right off
Well,
the bat.
yeah, but you're gonna get a little aftertaste, and a lot of times, some people are put off by that. But this isn't a harsh one; it just fades.
It's sweet.
It's
That aftertaste
yes,
is
it's kind of sweet.
Okay.
So
I don't want to I don't want to get into too much detail because we're gonna have the mock draft next week, and
Yeah.
you can make your final pick then.
all right, so we're gonna
We
have
already
next
knew
week.
who he is gonna pick.
Next
so
week
it's
we're
okay.
going
We
your
already
top
know.
10.
Okay.
Your top 10.
Yeah.
Can we include trades?
Yeah,
Potential
as,
trades,
As
yes.
what you
Potential.
see is what in your
And
mind
what-
is going to happen.
what
Yeah.
set up
I
your-
wanted to know the rules because
What
I didn't
set
want to
up-
get chastised if I came in with a trade.
But
Dude,
what,
this
what
guy's
sets
going
up your,
Breaking all of CJ's rules.
what sets up your top 10?
Yeah.
How did you arrive at that? And
Right.
you could say we're getting a trade from the Dolphins at number 3.
Right.
Somebody.
All right.
I don't do that. I just look at like 4. I try to pick out the number 1 guy, the big guy like freaking Mel Kiper, and then who backs up Mel Kiper, and then I look
I just miss Mike Mayock. That's why I hate
But that's-
Mel Kiper.
yeah.
Because Mike Mayock has made a literal career on studying players year round, not just the draft.
But
Well,
damn,
that's why he got a GM job.
he's made some questionable picks
But
as
who
the
hasn't?
GM.
You know
Of
what I
course,
mean?
but
You
I
know?
mean, like, it's like Cleveland Farrell. at like what was that, 4 or something like
Yeah,
that, or Damon Arnett in the first round last year, who many people. Let me rephrase that. My sources had as a third round grade.
I
Folks, I don't actually have any sources. I'm just rephrasing that so CJ doesn't get mad.
I don't know
when
about
hear
that.
many
I don't know
people.
about that. You got some pretty serious sources now. You
No.
know your world. You know your way around the football world.
All right.
As long as you don't start with that Kirby horse shit and keep it from us and
right,
try and
all
protect
right,
you.
okay.
Because you
Shut
can get
up.
the fuck out of here and go fuck off on the horse
Shut
you
up.
came
That's
in
a
on.
serious swing right there, Coach.
We're moving on to the
just-
tier
just
list.
let you
Shut
know.
your face.
Just let you know.
Anyway, we
where you
started a
stand.
tier list last week.
Yes.
And we did.
And I thoroughly enjoyed it.
And
I
we,
loved it. Sorry. Go ahead.
by the way, it has been a week
I see
since
it?
that has happened, and Coach still thinks Chick-fil-A is
wanna see
overrated.
it.
All right.
So
we're going on to the snack foods tier list.
Fucktard, you can eat shit.
We're going to snack foods this week, okay? Got a big list for y'all, and here are the tiers for the listeners out there.
I'm not crying.
S tier.
fucker.
S tier, otherwise known as you finish the whole bag. Like you can eat the whole damn
Like
bag.
you sit there and you're just like, holy crap, that's gone.
Okay, well,
Tier
that's
two.
part
Still
of my
want more.
hops of the week is a snack food.
Tier 2,
I
pretty
brought some
good.
for you.
Like you love these things, but you're like, it's kind of like you just don't finish the whole bag, but you love them though. You'll get them all the time.
right.
Middle tier, I'll get it if it's there. It's kind of like I've had them
Alright.
before, and
It's-
it's all right.
It's the only thing at the party. I'll snack on it.
Next tier, below average. It's like, why? It has its moments, but then it's
You have
kind of like drunk food. It's like
don't-
I only eat it whenever it's
Like you
drunk
have some
food.
questions. It's just
That's
like
a
you
good
pick
way.
that.
I like that, CJ. I like that.
Yeah.
It's called
And
drunk
then-
food. Otherwise, you're not drinking
And
it.
then the bottom one,
drink-
why the
drink.
fuck is this in the store? That's the last tier on the list.
Why the
okay?
fuck is this in the store, which could amount to last week's diarrhea?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. First
wow,
up,
look at all this
I
shit.
told you we got a lot.
Holy
First
shit.
up, animal crackers.
Okay. If I was fucking
below
5,
average.
I'd still get it if it's there though. They're pretty good.
if I was
I
fucking
love animal
5,
crackers.
I'll
I'm
go
like-
with below average.
I would say if I was like 7 deep and I saw him, I'd be like, it doesn't sound half bad right now.
After you
I'm
have
not
a
gonna lie.
couple, okay, yeah, let's say this. After you have a couple beers, you're like, dude, there's fucking animal crackers. Let's go.
You start playing with
Yeah,
them, you have
okay.
even more fun. And
Okay, I'll agree with
Yeah.
that. We got Kettle barbecue chips.
Kettle?
Yep, Kettle.
Who
barbecue-
makes 'em?
barbecue.
it sounds good.
I don't know if I've had that, but
I've
it
never
sounds
had 'em.
good.
It sounds
so let's
good.
put that in the I'll get it if it's there category.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Give it a
Okay,
shot.
Bugles, and I'm gonna be honest. Why the fuck is this in the store?
Agreed.
Yeah, I am
Agreed.
literally on the same.
You know what?
Who walks into a store and goes, I want
Oh,
to bag
heck
some
no.
bugles.
No.
Okay.
Buy
It's
some
It's just
bugles.
straight
I'm
salt.
no, not only that, but when they talk about corn chips, I think Fritos with corn chips.
What?
Bugles?
Can you see that?
Yeah,
It's
I can
like-
see
I'm
it.
messing with the
It's
monitor.
like Bugles makes corn chips that don't taste like fucking corn.
Yeah.
I'm
Get that out of here. Bugles.
Yeah.
Get it out of here.
Get
Get it out of here.
All right,
now.
we have Chex Mix cheddar flavor.
Put that in the bottom category.
I was
too.
gonna say
Chex Mix, get it outta here.
No,
What?
No,
What are you
cheddar
talking-
flavored.
hold on.
No, it's cheddar flavored. It's not the traditional.
But he
Out,
swung at the whole
out,
thing.
out.
He swung at. We'll get to
I'll
that
say
here
it's
in a
below
second. We'll
average,
get out
but
of here.
still, I would be like, I'm not getting this over the traditional. There's
Yeah.
no fucking way.
It's either regular Chex Mix or no Chex
okay.
Mix.
So wait a minute. So
I'm
all
putting
right.
it there,
Hey,
but you can-
So we're putting it in a lesser tier just simply because it's the cheddar variety.
It's below average compared to the traditional Chex Mix.
okay. And now does that come with the? Because I've never had the cheddar, but did it?
It comes with everything that you would get in a traditional one.
Just covered in cheese, pretty much.
How do you fuck up a bagel by putting cheddar powder on
All
it?
right, so we got
It's too much.
we got combos cheese flavored. This isn't the pizza kind. This is
I
the
don't-
cheese.
Finish the whole bag.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm
I am
serious. I
This
love
one. What's
combos.
I'm
this one?
straight
What's that
destroying
one? Pretty good. I would say it's
Finish
pretty
the whole
good.
bag.
The pepperoni ones are better.
gonna
CJ,
say,
I weighed
like,
the pepperoni
340
one's better.
pounds because I fucking could eat a whole
I know
bag
I've
of
seen
that.
you eat combos, but I'm just saying, like, I would
good.
put it below
Dude,
average. That's
no, what? I could
Below
eat it
average?
Below average.
compared to the
You're
pizza
below
ones.
average.
I
Get
don't
outta
like.
here.
No, don't, CJ, don't compare. Just take it
We
for
just
what it
compared
is.
the last one.
But
Okay, wait,
okay,
They're pretty
all right,
good.
all right.
They're
All
pretty
right.
good.
All right. Hey, well, wait a minute. So, is there other combos in the list?
Yes, there are. They're over here, but
The pepperoni,
Okay,
I'm finishing
Let's
the
put
whole
it
bag.
straight middle. because cheddar's okay, but I'm not reaching
No,
for that
I'll
thing
put it
number
in.
one.
I'll put it in pretty good because these guys
Yes,
seem to
pretty
think that they
good.
can.
It's pretty
finish
good.
the bag.
It's finished the whole bag
All
for me.
right, cheese balls.
Below average.
Below average.
Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of flavor.
It's like
I had a friend
I'm
who
gonna eat
freaked the
freaking cheese
fuck
balls.
out on me whenever I said the cheese balls were below average.
Devert.
Yeah, I had a friend who freaked out on me and said,
Whoa,
"You
whoa.
can't finish the barrel." I'm like, "They're not that good."
No, they actually make the inside of your mouth hurt.
Yeah, they're
exactly. Like it's not an enjoyable.
It's like they're too puffy or
yeah, exactly.
All right,
they're too cheese puffy.
now you got Cheetos. And honestly, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty
Yeah, I
good.
agree,
I
pretty
can't
good.
finish the whole bag because I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
tired of
nobody-
eating cheese.
Yeah, but
Just
here's
to
the
throw
thing.
up.
Nobody told you to get a family-sized fucking bag to try and eat the whole thing.
I get it, but
But if you got this is snack size. You said if it's a snack size bag, tell me you're not eating the whole fucking bag.
no,
Snack size.
this isn't
well,
snack size.
If it's
this
a
is
snack
the
size,
big,
I'm eating the whole bag anyway. Like,
Yeah,
who
this is
stops
the
and be like,
big
I'm
one.
gonna save a snack size bag.
Especially since you get about
This is
a
America.
quarter of a
Like,
bag
come on
anyways
now.
with the snack
Okay.
size. I mean, you should finish that
It's
in less
America.
than a minute.
What are we?
I used
soft
to call it.
like,
I
eat
used
the
to
whole
call.
bag?
I used to call the
Pat's getting
Cheetos.
personal now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Stop being soft.
See, stop being soft. But it was my fucking wallet that got them.
Hey, I buy my own snacks.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I do.
And even if I did buy the snacks, they would still end up in your room on the floor.
Hey.
Okay, next.
But no, hey, wait a minute.
Okay.
So just one more thing about Cheetos. I used to talk about Cheetos being Cheetos on keto is not good, but they were my guilty pleasure, and I would have
Because they
I
don't-
would put them. I was like a drug dealer, freaking putting a dime bag in the bottom of my freaking. I had a dime bag of Cheetos in a plastic bag because I knew how many I could have. I was counting. I was counting the number of
You're
calories.
gonna have
and
5
stuff.
sticks. You got it.
Right,
All right,
so.
Cheez-Its. I'll get it if it's there.
I'll get it if
I'll get it if it's there.
If it's
Compared
there.
to Cheetos,
I'm also thinking
You know what?
below average.
Okay, all right,
I've
you know
never
what?
been
Hey,
a big
wait a
fan of
minute.
cheese
Wait a
balls.
minute.
I think they're better than cheese balls. I would take them over cheese balls.
Here's my thing. Let's just put this into perspective. This is Pub Talk, and we drink beer, and we come together in a bar. Essentially, we're in our bar.
What the fuck are you about to say here, Coach?
Hey, asswipe. If these were served in the bar, let's go with that. If they're served in the bar, where do they rank in things? Because
I'm
if we
gonna
were
eat
just
'em.
saying, if we
I'd
were
eat
just saying, if I know that, but if there were other things being served, where are you grabbing the Cheez-Its?
I'll get it if it's there.
I got a take on this. I
gonna
would
say you
never
remain
walk in.
quiet.
I would never walk into a grocery store and say, "Damn, I want some Cheez-Its."
I
Yeah.
gotta have
But
the
if you
Cheez-Its.
had a bowl of Cheez-Its right
Yeah.
now, after I had 3, I'd start grubbing on them.
Exactly.
So let's just say I'll get it if
I'll
it's
get
there.
it if
If
it's
it's
there.
there.
That's
If
what
it's
I'm
there.
talking about. You have
Yeah.
to qualify
Exactly.
these. So don't look at me like I got 2 fucking heads, son.
Well, it's
I'll come
because
over
you
there
were
and
you
I'll
were
punch you
saying
in
this
your
is
head.
pub talk, and I'm like, well, no shit. I don't know what he's about to go off on.
Yeah, but
That's
I
all.
clarified, and now that you have that,
All right,
we can't be-
traditional Chex Mix, and I'm finishing the whole bag. That's just me.
Pretty good.
Put it in the bottom tier. Disgusting.
Pretty
You
good.
are not. You're lying.
I'm serious. I
Pretty
don't
good.
like Chex Mix at all. All the Chex Mix, if there's any more, put them in the bottom tier for me.
All
That's
right.
all you need to know.
Fuck you, it's
are
going in
uninvited.
pretty good.
You're uninvited. You can't.
It's going in
Who
pretty
hurt
good.
you?
I just don't
Yeah.
like Chex Mix.
You had a
well,
bad
that's him.
experience then.
That's him. He
I
didn't
can-
like some of the fast food restaurants that we did, so
I would
it's okay.
eat Chex Mix until my freaking gums bled.
Traditional Chex Mix is good to me. All right, pizza combos.
Finish the
Rock
whole
'em.
bag.
Finish the
Finish
whole
it.
bag.
Finish the whole bag.
I will rock that shit until I have freaking pieces of combo through my teeth. I'll look like the shark in Jaws after he ate Quint. Have so much shit between
All
my
right.
teeth.
Okay.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
Below average.
I am in agreement with him. Cool Ranch
Patrick is
Doritos.
holding his head.
100%.
I just dismiss it. I'm waving my hand. Just get it out of my face. Below average.
Okay.
Okay,
I
now-
won't
now
throw
wait a
up eating it. but
Below
it's-
average.
All right, so
yes.
let me ask you.
Okay.
So Cheez-Its are on the table, and you
Yeah.
said Cheez-Its, I'll eat if they're there. And so if we're serving chips at the bar, and I've got a bowl of Cheez-Its and a bowl of the Doritos Cool Ranch. You're not touching the Cool
You
Ranch?
got both up there?
Yes, right now.
Okay, you got both up there. Then no, I won't touch the Cool Ranch. I would
Yeah,
eat the
same
Cool
here.
Ranch if I was starving.
Yeah,
Hadn't eaten-
absolutely.
if I skipped a meal.
It's
But-
not on the
I
list.
skipped a meal.
and I was really hungry.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm in 100% agreement. What about you?
Yeah, I'm not a freaking. my corn chip is yet to come. It's okay. It's not bad. I mean, it's not the worst thing.
Patrick,
I'm
before
more
you-
in the middle of the road. There are other Doritos I would eat before I would enjoy the
That's
Cool
what I'm
Ranch.
saying. What?
Patrick
All right,
Falls.
real
Sesh, here we go.
Before you
I
have-
think they're pretty good.
Finish the whole bag? Or-
No, not finish the whole bag. Good, no.
Okay, so don't
So-
care. It's going here, below average.
Okay, here we go.
I wouldn't
Next.
put them below average. I put them with the Cheez-Its because I mean, for one person to say they're only going to have Cheez-Its if we're sitting in a bar versus every other person on the planet, they're probably eating Doritos.
Okay.
Cool.
Fine,
Cool.
fine.
Not me. Not me.
Corn nuts.
Corn nuts?
Get 'em outta
Corn
here.
nuts. What? You
outta
guys are high.
I've never even heard of that,
You're
but
on
if
planet
somebody-
douche. There's no way fucking corn nuts rule.
I've never heard of corn nuts, but by the name alone, get it out of here.
They like break your teeth. Get them out of here.
Corn
The bar-
I'll
nuts.
put it at below average just for his
love-
steak because he's been
Look,
slandering
I don't
his
think
feet.
all
I know
I don't
is-
like them.
Hey, all I know is that barbecue corn nuts. If it's at, I would put barbecue corn nuts myself personally. I would probably eat barbecue corn
Well,
nuts
this
before
is regular corn
I
nuts.
get all that, but I'm saying if it was barbecue, I would be putting it with the pizza combos
Wow.
because I
Big
love
statement
them.
there.
And,
That
and
is
it's because
bold.
it's
Wow.
It's just something that I've enjoyed since I was a kid, and since
Okay.
I'm a lot fucking older than all you guys,
Okay.
I've had a little more experience.
Cosmic brownies.
Finish the whole
Finish
bag.
the whole bag, man.
I don't even want to hear it. I'm taking the headphones off
It
if
is-
anybody wants to argue.
I don't want to hear it either.
I don't even know what a cosmic
So,
brownie
Okay,
is.
so here's what you do. So you take your toothbrush, right? You go into the kitchen, you dump the entire thing of sugar onto it, you put it in a brownie, and then you shove it in.
Is there a bigger picture of it to see what
Yeah, I
it
got
looks
It's like
like?
this big. It's about.
You've seen 'em,
It's about
Coach.
4 or 5 inches big.
Is it for who makes it?
Well,
I-
And
Is
you
it
see
Lil-
the
is it
box,
Lil
you
Debbie?
probably see it.
yeah, it's Little Debbie.
Oh yeah, I've had that before. You know,
There's-
that's pretty good.
There was
Yeah, they're
nothing
good.
better.
But
Yeah,
here's
they're
the
really
thing.
good.
Here's the thing.
It's a
is
guilty
that they're-
pleasure thing,
Yeah,
though.
but here's the thing with them. It's small enough for you to eat the whole thing. You know
But
what I
here's
mean?
a
It's
good
not like
ana-
you're going to eat a whole box of cosmic brownies, right?
You
You're
don't
not
know
eating a
what
whole
Lucas
box.
is about to do.
Well,
But so here's a great analogy. If like, so say you're in middle school or high school or something like that, and you're sitting down to lunch, and you see somebody take a cosmic brownie out of their lunch bag.
I'll give
like,
you a
oh,
dollar.
he's rich.
I'm either giving them $1 or I'm freaking stealing it.
Also, there was nothing better than being 10 or 11 years old. You're playing Little League Baseball, and you get the snacks after the game. And if you got a cosmic brownie, the whole team freaked. It didn't matter if you just lost by, if
get
you
a
just
little
got
wood?
10 run.
Did you get a little wood?
Bro,
Because
I got oranges.
If you got 10 run ruled, but you got a cosmic brownie after the game, all was right in the world. So that's finished the whole bag.
okay, so you're not eating the whole box, but you'd eat a couple of
But
them.
it
in
is
second,
a
right?
top
Yeah,
tier
definitely.
snack food.
Yes.
It is
They're
100.
good.
I think
They're
so. I mean,
so good.
so who did we say made them again?
Little
Lil
Debbie's.
Debbie.
Okay, so Little Debbie makes a bunch of shit like that, and they're hard to freaking argue away.
Okay. Sun chips.
What is that? Is that an
Just-
onion?
Is that base?
Is that the sour cream and onion?
onion.
Oh,
Ew,
right.
get it out of here.
French onion?
French onion.
I actually don't think I've ever had French onion sundae.
Anything with an onion, just put in the bottom tier for me, mainly because not a big onion guy, and I don't want to have a hot ass breath afterwards. So just get it out of
I've
here.
never had it. I won't say anything. Just based on that,
I've had
either
them.
below average.
They're
Put them at
for
below
me,
average.
They're not a great chip, just simply because it's just the structure of the chip and stuff can be a
Yeah.
little dry at times.
Okay.
but flavor wise, it's not all that bad. It's really not.
Fritos.
Finish the whole bag. Elite.
The chili cheese ones aren't on here, but I will 100% agree that these are.
You
some-
got
Every
really
flavor.
I
Finish
would
the whole
say
bag.
pretty good at best.
What about you, Coach? Because I'm in agreement with him.
If here's my thing is that when I eat corn chips, and I haven't had corn chips, and I could probably put the number of corn chips in my palm of my hand in the last couple of years that I've had. But if I'm going to eat a corn chip, it's going to be a Frito corn chip.
Why are you
I just
giving
like
us
them.
this scientific bullshit?
I'm just saying is that's what I would do with them, because they go with just about anything. You
Yeah.
can put them in any kind of dip, and they're just
Yeah,
badass.
exactly.
They're salty as fuck, which makes you drink more cold beers. So that's worth
Welch's fruit snacks.
Finish the whole bag.
Finish the whole bag.
bag.
The whole bag.
Welch's fruit snacks. That was the snack
That's
that the
'cause you-
teacher would hand out,
See,
and you
here's
would
the
be
thing.
like,
Yes.
yes.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
They didn't hand shit like that out when I was a kid.
They just beat you.
No, we didn't have fucking snack day because our
I don't remember
It doesn't
seeing that
matter,
day, but I
our
just
self-
remember it's just like, hey, if you
our
answered, like
self-esteem
if you had
didn't blow
Jeopardy in
like
class
that.
or something
They were
like that,
so
and you
good.
won, it's just like, hey, here's a fruit
They
snack.
are so good.
Go crazy.
I'll take your word for it. I probably fucking bought them for
All
you
right.
anyway.
Funyuns.
Oh, finish the whole bag.
Bottom tier, disgusting.
Bottom tier, disgusting.
What about you?
Bottom tier, disgusting.
That was you?
They're Funyuns, disgusting.
Who wants to
I
eat
would say-
a deep fried onion?
No, here's my
In
thing with
chip
Patrick.
form.
Patrick really likes
in chip form.
Patrick
exactly.
really likes them, and I can handle a handful of them. I'm not eating a whole bag.
Okay.
Patrick, your
So
breath
that's
would
just me.
stink
So
after
at
that,
best,
bro.
this.
Okay,
I'm not
put it
eating-
there.
That's,
That's
it's
just me.
so worth it though.
That's not
I don't
me.
care what other people think. Screw them.
That's not me. I just can't.
He'll
eat a
get
whole
it if
bag
it's
of
there.
them.
We're saying no. We're not getting it if it's there.
All right.
Regular goldfish. This is the bland gold, not the bland,
No,
but
if
the
it's
regular
there.
goldfish.
If
Finish the
there.
whole bag.
Cheddar
Nah,
goldfish.
This isn't flavor blasted now.
I know.
This
finish
is
the whole
regular-
bag.
The regular
No!
cheddar goldfish.
I'll get
Yes.
it if it's
If
there.
it's there. Now, if it's flavor blasted, I'm finishing the whole thing.
Finish the whole bag.
Standing
Goldfish.
by-
Okay, I'll
point.
put it at
Pretty
pretty good.
good.
It's the snack that smiles back.
Yeah, but this
Okay,
snack that smiles
I'm
back is
finishing
even
it.
better down here. But
Okay.
All right.
next.
You know, that's okay.
sun chips.
Oh, is that garden salsa?
The garden salsa, yes.
Finish the whole bag.
I'm finishing the whole
Yeah, let me
bag.
see,
I'm
let me see.
rocking
no,
it.
harvest cheddar. It's harvest
Okay,
cheddar.
that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's below average.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not
it's
garden
an eh.
salsa,
It's not-
but it's
single-
not French onion.
Every single person
I'll
said,
get it if
"Eh,"
it's there.
So where does it go? You know?
okay.
We'll go middle ground.
It's okay.
Middle ground.
Flaming hot
Finish the whole
Cheetos.
bag.
Why the fuck is it in the store? I don't handle spicy very
glad
well.
that you-
You did
I'm
say
glad.
that.
See, I'm
Yeah,
glad
you
I
did say
came
that.
on, so now we can like work
Dude,
out these
I'm
bumps
glad
in our
that this guy is
relationship.
good at football analysis because this guy fucking sucks with this stuff. You are not about to tell.
Finishing the whole bag.
They're pretty damn good.
My
man.
mouth is on fire, but I enjoy
What about
every
you,
second of
Coach?
it.
I'm a regular Cheeto guy, but you know me. I'm a habanero. I've never really eaten a lot of the Flamin' Hots.
This isn't the jalapeno ones. These are the flaming hot.
My only
No,
criticism
I know.
of this
I don't want
snack is that they make your fingers red for like a day.
CJ, you don't understand. If I eat mild wings at B-Dubs, my mouth starts burning. I have to be a sweet
thing with
barbecue.
him.
Yeah,
guy.
I'm
So-
a little
Same damn way.
But
Someone
this
has
is
a
literally the
skirt on.
perfect balance of
Someone
spicy
has
and
a
enjoyment.
skirt.
I disagree. Too hot for me.
You know,
Okay.
You can call me soft.
No, here's the thing. You got to flip it around the other way.
I broke
No,
the
no,
headphones.
no,
No,
now drop
no,
it down.
no.
Put the cord down towards the ground. Pull it down. There you go.
Almost broke the headset here on Pub Talk.
No, people, he's
That'll
just
be your-
stupid. That's all.
Okay,
Jack
next.
Daniels beef jerky.
Finish the whole bag.
In a
Fin-
second,
finish the
I'm
whole
eating
bag.
the whole bag.
Finish the whole bag.
Now, which
You
is
guys-
it? Regular teriyaki? What is it?
Original.
This stuff is so dangerous. I'd eat that little pouch they tell
it's
me
fine.
not to.
I don't eat beef jerky, but
I'm
you
finishing
guys,
the whole
you
bag.
guys can.
I just
have
had the Jack Link's teriyaki. I just had a freaking. I took your mother to go get her freaking
right. Now we're getting
vaccine
into,
today,
like, some-
and I went to go fill the car up with gas and went into Sheets and got myself something
we're
to
getting
drink.
into
Got
some-
myself a tea and a freaking Jack Link's fucking teriyaki.
Okay.
It was awesome. Don't fuck
Lay's
with me.
barbecue.
100%. I'm smashing the entire bag,
Agreed, Coach.
and then I'm gonna go back and buy another one.
Yeah, I'm gonna be pissed that there's not another bag.
There-
also,
that there's
So,
not another
yes.
bag available.
Finish it
because
Don't-
that's the
no
Any
more debate.
comments, CJ, at all? No.
that's the barbecue
I say
one.
that I'll get it if it's there.
Oh,
like
you're
I
dumb.
don't like
You're not my
Lay's.
son.
I
You're
just
not my
don't like
son. You're not my
Lay's.
son.
I'd rather take Ruffles. I really would rather take.
What? Ruffles?
You don't get to talk after the flaming hot shit. You don't get to talk after that.
Ruffles?
Okay? And the Chex Mix
guy
bullshit
likes
that you
Ruffles.
pulled on
Ruffles
us. Okay.
have ridges.
Lay's sour cream and onion. Well, we
You know
already
where I
know where
stand.
he's going. We already know where he's going.
I would say they're pretty good because they're not barbecue good.
But they're not.
I
but
they're
think
good.
They're below
But they're
average.
good.
what's the flavor for the barbecue again? I'm totally missing it. Is it Memphis barbecue? What is
No,
it?
it's just barbecue.
I know, but it has a particular flavor. It's like in the Pringles line. Pringle made Memphis barbecue, and then they made a regular barbecue, and their regular barbecue's like freaking. I would imagine licking a dirty ass would taste like that, but their Memphis barbecue is rock freaking rock solid, top tier.
I'm gonna
eat the
put
whole
it
can.
I'm gonna put it at pretty good. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
it is. It is
I don't-
pretty good.
I
It's
don't
pretty
like
good.
it.
It's not
I don't
barbecue
like it.
good, but it's good.
I'm gonna
All
rock
right.
your flavor taste for
toast.
That's the hint of lime.
The what?
That's the hint of lime. I can tell by
Tostitos
the
hint
bag.
of
They're
lime.
Let me
actually
set-
not bad.
Let me set the scene. It's a summer day. You have a Corona with lime. You have Tostitos with lime.
Who the fuck
And
drinks
some nice
Corona
salsa.
here?
Really?
Are you rocking
Corona
it?
with lime.
Oh, you go
is
Corona
elite.
with lime?
I have a Corona with lime. Oh my gosh. Just let the rest of the story tell itself. It's going to be a great summer day. Put it at the top.
I would say if it's there, that's not something that I really think about,
It's just a hint, though. It's not
Oh,
overwhelming.
I'm not saying it's
lime.
bad.
a
I'm
hint.
saying just from like a product standpoint, if I saw barbecue chips and I didn't know what that was,
No, I'm good.
I'm grabbing barbecue chips. I am not buying hint of lime, but they are good.
But it's just that hint, though, which makes it good. Like, if it's overwhelmingly lime,
It's
I
not
agree.
like
But just a little hint is all you need.
But if it's
I
a
don't.
hint of
I don't
onion,
eat
you
that
can't
much
do it.
Tostitos unless there's dip. so
if
I
it's
don't-
there, I'll eat it. If not, it's not the end of the world.
Nutty bars.
Come on.
There's only two.
Oh, is that Little Debbie?
Yeah.
Put it at the
bars.
top.
Nutty bars.
Yeah, go ahead and put that up there.
Next,
You're crushing nutty bars, and you're crushing the next one, Doritos.
Doritos nacho cheese.
Put it at the
Your
top.
Cool Ranch can suck my ass.
I
okay?
didn't say it was better than nacho cheese.
It's okay.
It's
There's
nacho
another
cheese.
Doritos in here. There should be a whole.
Don't touch
other
my
category
mama.
above
Don't
it.
touch my Doritos.
Lay's Classic, below average.
You
They
say below
are-
What?
Lay's,
Finish the whole bag.
Lay's original.
Yeah, that's
These
a
are the
classic.
chips that you
That's
get
a
in the-
classic American potato
No,
chip.
these are the chips
Put
that
it
you
to the
get
top.
in the bag with all the other things, with like the Cheetos and the Doritos that you just throw out the bag
It's the
afterwards.
classic American potato chip.
Well, your
Lay's.
classic America sucks then. This is awful.
Oh, I didn't take a pee. Pringles, pretty good.
Putting it here.
And if
Well,
you
go
don't
ahead.
put Pringles at the top,
I'm okay with Pringles.
okay, all
I'm
right,
okay with
Put it
Pringles.
at the top.
I'm putting it
Pringles
at the top.
Memphis barbecue is slayer.
I've never had. That sounds amazing.
You
I've
have
never
to
had
find Memphis barbecue. I'm
All
gonna
right.
treat you to I'm gonna have you a real treat today. You're gonna love
Ruffles
it.
original. Ruffles
Okay,
original.
I see. I'm an original.
They're pretty
kind of guy.
good.
Yeah, the
that. I'll
Ruffles
get it if
are-
it's there. But at the end of the day, my mouth's gonna be all scratched up too.
But here's the thing: the Ruffles originals are really good. But you're not a sour cream. You're not a dip guy, right?
Oh, I love a good dip.
Sour cream and onion.
I
dip?
do. Here's a weird thing about me: love a sour cream and onion dip.
That's
Don't
it.
like the chip itself.
No, that the Ruffles chip is a
Okay, I will
really
agree
good
with
dipper
that.
for sour cream and onion. See,
If it had a little dip icon next to it, Coach, it would be in finish the whole bag. But
Do you know what this is? I can't. I literally don't know what that
just
is.
get it off the screen.
I literally have
hey,
no
right,
idea.
looks
what-
like
right click,
looks like a
open it-
Minecraft.
right click, open in another tab.
no, I mean it's. What is this? No,
Oh, that's the code
I don't
behind
know
it.
what this is.
It looks like a Minecraft world. So let's just get it out.
I literally have no idea what that is.
Was that
It's
Stacy's?
It looks.
Stacy's.
I
I've
don't
never
know
heard
what
of
that is.
that.
I
Yeah.
thought it was like a Twizzler bag or some shit.
No, it is. Yeah, I can't tell what that is. I literally can't tell. Stacy's. I don't know what that is either. I
Get
don't
it
know
out
if
of
I've
here.
ever had that either.
Go. Why is that even in the store then?
What is
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
Yeah,
it
you
it
can-
says something. If we don't know what it is, put it at the bottom.
Hey, we
That's
ran.
what I say.
No, we ran into this thing because there were a number of things that I didn't have and we didn't have last time. I mean, between the Carl's Jr., which is a West Coast thing, and
That's true.
That's
you
just
know,
Hardee's.
Okay. Goldfish pizza.
Finish the whole bag.
Goldfish
It's
pizza.
goldfish.
I've never
Again,
had.
It's not
I've
gonna
never
smile
even
his back.
seen that.
Put it at the
Where
top.
have you gotten that?
I've never had the pizza once.
never even
I'm
seen that.
Have
Smells
you
bad.
ever had it?
Yeah.
But here's my
And it
thing.
smiled back at me.
Here's
So,
my thing.
Put it to the top.
Here's my thing: is that the goldfish has to be in the same mold as the combo kind of classic thing. So let's put them together. I mean, I think that all kind of goes together, don't you think?
Okay. Compared to regular goldfish,
I mean,
I'm
they
getting
sound
regular
good.
Goldfish over there.
It sounds good.
Yeah. it does.
Pringles pizza.
Oh, put it at the
Oh,
top.
finish. Go on.
See, that's a
Come on.
weak
I
sauce
don't
one.
like
It's
that.
not. It's
Compared
not
to the
as-
original,
Compared
no.
to the original or Memphis barbecue,
Yeah.
you're high.
Yeah, I'll get it if it's there, but nah.
That was a really good.
Schweppes, the butter, the popcorn, the cheesy popcorn.
Oh,
Pretty
sweet
good.
corn,
Pretty good.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I mean, it's one of the smart food one.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
It's like the cheesy
If it's
popcorn.
there.
Yeah, that's pretty
If it's
good.
there.
What?
I'm not walking into a store
Dude,
and
I'll
buying
get that
freaking
if it-
popcorn.
I'll
Wait,
get
hold on.
100%.
CJ, wait, hold on. You'd walk into a store and buy that?
Yeah.
God bless you. I think
I really would. I really would. It's so damn good. I used to get it.
No,
at
then we
school
gotta
all
put
the
it pretty
time.
good.
Oh,
Okay, that's
I'm
like
gonna
the
rock
middle
these.
ground.
I'm sorry, guys.
Roll
I'm gonna
gold.
rock. I'm gonna
Roll gold
gotta. I
pretzels.
love fucking roll gold.
pretzels?
Yes,
It's
Roll
what you
gold
had in the
pretzels.
office the other day.
The roll
those
gold
pretzels.
I
pretzels.
mean, like,
But
I
those
did
are-
eat
if
them
it's
if
there,
they were
it's
there.
because they were there.
Because hey, but Pat,
they were there.
listen, we arrived to the school at 2:45. None of us had eaten dinner. It was about 8 o'clock. I was eating some pretzels. I'll get
Fair
it if
enough.
it's there.
All right,
Fair
but I'm
enough.
telling you what, those were rolled gold that I bought 2 weeks ago. All right, that was from when we broke down film before we played Culpeper, and that's how long that bag has been in.
Well,
there.
you did roll it up pretty well and clip it, so I
But
guess
see,
that
yeah,
that
but no.
helped.
Here's the thing: is that
If it's there.
that Coach Smith's freaking big old fucking meat hooks were in that bag
All
long
right.
before you got there.
Cheetos Puffs. These are
Bottom.
the big. These are the puffy.
If they're
ones.
there.
Compared to the Cheetos, below average.
If they're
Below-
there.
Yes,
I- okay,
I
I'll-
would put them below average compared to the
If
Cheetos.
they're there,
If you,
at best.
I'm telling you
At
what,
best.
freaking the Gibbles brand cheesy poofs, forget it. That's like freaking crap.
raisins.
Put it at the bottom.
Get that out of here. Who freaking buys raisins?
I got two.
You want to eat old grapes?
I got,
Okay,
I got
be my
two.
guest.
I got 2 words for
Bottom.
you: Gatling gun. Because that's what they're gonna do to me. Sunflower.
You buy
seeds.
raisins to put in
sunflower
recipes, and I'm
seeds.
still not eating your recipe.
As a baseball guy, I never really enjoyed sunflower seeds.
And I-
I'm
and
a
I
big
never
dump-
got them. It's too much work. I'm a
I-
freaking
and I
American.
enjoy
Let me
'em.
shove it in my face, down the hatch,
I
and we're
would
good.
say they're okay, but they're not awful. Like, why are they in the store? I would say
But
below
I
average.
would say below average because no one is going to get it if it's there unless you have like an
Right.
addiction. To
Like
it.
if someone said, "Hey, do you want sunflower seeds?" Yeah, I'll take a
no,
couple.
not really.
I'll take a couple at best. Just to
Do you
get
have
some
a spitting
flavor.
can?
Now there was a Team Mom a couple years ago that made Cajun flavored sunflower seeds. They were dangerous, but other than that, nah.
Ritz crackers.
Finish the whole bag. Ritz crackers are elite.
I think they are so good because they go with so many.
Yes,
things.
yes.
But that's the thing, now. We're talking about just the
Yeah,
crackers.
just the
Elite,
cracker,
just by
I will
themselves.
still
No,
put it
they're,
by
at the
they're
top.
themselves.
just buttery goodness.
I will
I
still
can.
put it
I
at
would
the top.
freaking. I would eat so many Ritz
I'm
crackers.
saying pretty good just because.
In fact, I'm going to say something. I think when I go to the cupboard at my parents' home, which I still live at,
Jesus Christ.
I probably grab Ritz before I grab anything else most of the time.
You know what?
So
I would eat those.
It's
By
like
the-
my
by
pleasure
the
for
sleeve.
It's like
I
my
buy-
pleasure. His is Cheetos. Mine is the Ritz crackers.
Mine,
it really
I
is.
would eat
And you
those Ritz
freaking
crackers.
leave the box.
It's not empty right now.
I know, but it will be.
It
shortly.
will be.
I have not had a Ritz cracker.
Ask
in
Johnny how
forever.
that goes.
But I would eat those son of a bitches until both my cheeks were puffed up like a freaking squirrel trying to freaking
Okay,
store shit
I'll,
away.
I'll go with it. Ritz is top.
That good.
I'll
That's
go
the-
for it. You persuaded me.
Ruffles, cheddar.
Below
not there,
average.
not
I'm
there
going
for
below.
me.
Compared to
Below
the
average.
original,
It's just too much.
I won't get it.
It's too much.
I'm not
in my
buying the
opinion.
cheddar.
It's too much.
All right, what? I can't read that.
Is that the Wise chips?
Let me see him.
It says like, oh, it's salt and vinegar kettle.
Ooh, salt and vinegar chips in general are really good.
But you don't like
You were
onion?
getting ready to say elite, but don't.
I've
start-
said it too much.
But
I've
you
said
don't
elite
like-
too much.
but you
I
don't
caught
like
myself.
onions?
It's really good. No, ew, no,
that high acidity kind of. No,
no.
I mean I like salt and vinegar.
If it comes in a dip,
I am on the
freaking.
complete
He's
opposite
all
side
over
here.
Okay. I'm all
I
in.
believe
I would say
that
if it's
they-
there.
why
I'm
are they
not
in the
going
store?
to buy salt
Yeah,
and vinegar
I'm not
chips.
looking for kettle freaking.
not.
But if they're
salt and
there, I'll be
vinegar.
like, I like salt and vinegar. Yeah, I'll have a couple.
I'm not looking for them in the store.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for a salt and vinegar.
You
chip.
can get it if it's there. Have fun. Buffalo wing pretzels. The
Snyder
Snyder's Buffalo
Oh,
wing
I'm
pretzels.
finishing the bag.
Oh, there's
That
10
sounds
out of 10.
it sounds really good. I've never had them, so I'll just back off. Of it.
no. Have,
So
have you
imagine
ever
that
had
bag and then just delete
What's
it.
the
'cause
other
I ate
one?
it all.
What's the other one? French onion.
Yeah, the
Yes.
honey mustard.
Honey mustard and
I'm
onion.
deleting both of those. They're gone.
Honey mustard and onion has to rank at the top. Just does. Just
They're
does.
gone. They're gone.
Pringles, sour cream, and
Oh,
onion.
delete them. Gone. Get them out of here.
Dis-
They're up top.
Disgusting.
Coach Hall loves those things.
Really?
That's his favorite one.
Well, it's the sour cream and chives.
It's
from
the sour cream.
Chives?
From-
sour cream and onion. Sour cream
No.
and chives from
Sour cream and chives. See, sour
is
cream and
nothing
chives from
fan-
Route 11
from
chips.
Route 11? You've never had sour cream and chives from Route 11?
No.
Route 11.
Makes a killer.
Holy
freaking-
crap! They're
Shout out
so
Route 11
good.
potato chips, one of our sponsors. but
Exactly.
I'm
The
not
sour
a sour
cream
cream
and
Our
and chives guy.
sponsors? Who the fuck do you think you are?
Well, you just said I'm a regular guest on the show now.
No, I
so-
said if you come
Sour
back,
cream-
you have to pay property taxes. I
all
didn't
right.
say you
Hey,
were
shout out
regular.
Route 11 potato chips.
He's our third mic, CJ. What are you
Route
talking
11. Route 11 sour cream and chive chips.
about? It's either him
Smack.
or we freaking start
I'll
to
put
talk
it
to
pretty good.
Kirby.
I'm not a
and that
sour
ain't
cream and
fucking
onion
happening.
guy.
There's
You
only
guys
two,
can have it.
There's only two ways
Route
that's
11
happening,
would be
and that's no
finished
way,
that.
no fucking way.
Oh,
This,
if you
this next one deserves its own tier above this.
What is
This
that? What is that? I can't see
Doritos
it.
sweet Thai and chili chips.
Get out.
No! Get out!
That sounds so gross.
It is so good.
Sweet Thai?
Sweet Thai chili chips. It
That
is
just sounds like
so
too
damn-
sounds like too many flavors combined.
It is the best.
It's
I'll
probably
pass.
it's probably not.
It is the-
it's probably
Oh.
really not good for a guy who's not a spice guy.
No, it's not spicy.
I
though. That's
know
the
that,
thing.
but-
spicy.
It
I
just
didn't
sounds
even
like
say
too
Thai.
much.
I said sweet Thai.
I'm just telling you that Lucas thought that
This is
medium
the
wings
best
were
drunk
hot.
food. You dip this shit in
Mild,
cheese. You dip this
Mild.
stuff in cheese.
Medium?
It's on another level. Oh my god!
You dip them in queso. It takes
Are you
them from
shitting
already
me?
finished the bag to I'm literally buying a stock in Doritos
Yes.
to get more.
I'm
of
telling you right
Doritos.
now, this is the best drunk chip
Okay.
ever.
No, it's not bad. I'm not
ridiculous.
Because I really love the almond maker makes a whole wide variety. They make the habanero, they make the wasabi brand, and then they make a sweet Thai chili almond, roasted almond. And I really, really like them, but they don't make it in a big bag, so I don't buy it. I prefer to have the hotter ones, the habanero ones, but that's not bad.
Moon pies.
Ooh.
I love
Pretty
moon
good.
I
Pretty
like
good.
I like
Pretty
moon
good.
pies. You know, if it's there, I'm freaking hammering one.
I'll
if I
get it
want
if it's
one.
there, but compared to a cosmic brownie or a nutty bar, I'm not touching that.
But
thing.
then let's go
No.
pretty good then, because like we're deleting that.
But
and
I'm
then-
also not that big of a fan on moon pies.
Yeah,
That's
you gotta
me though.
you gotta like marshmallow if you like moon pies.
yeah.
and so marshmallow is not one of those.
Then welcome to the minority.
you
It's
know how
pretty
it is.
good.
You know
Get
how
it
some
there.
people get those tactile things where they feel it or taste it, and it just doesn't freaking jive with
No,
them.
yeah.
And I think that's
and you
where.
gotta kind of like that.
That's sun
oatmeal-y,
chips for me.
You know.
Yeah,
That's
and
sun
it's the
chips.
same thing with moon pies.
I like the.
Okay, well, speaking of that, Sun Chips
like a-
Original.
So
is
get it
next.
out of the store. I mean, is what I'm saying.
Below average.
Sun
like
Chips
if it's,
Original compared to all the other flavors,
It's below
I
average.
did, dude.
You know, the only thing I can describe it for is to say grainy.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I'm gonna put why the fuck is it in the store because it doesn't.
Yeah,
the flavor.
you know,
of it.
it's one of those gluten-free things that people really they like their kids.
Tostitos, the regular.
Pretty good.
Oh,
Dude,
pretty good.
I'm gonna freaking eat them until my cheeks are swollen.
Well, if I have salsa with it,
Oh,
totally.
man.
But
Freaking
if it, but
queso
just by
dip?
but just
themselves,
the bag.
pretty good.
Just
Queso dip?
Tostitos.
No, yeah, I agree.
I'm
We're
It's-
telling
talking
you,
about
it's-
just Tostitos.
I know, but it's a great fucking snack.
Yeah,
You
pretty
can-
good.
Triscuits.
Isn't that pancakes?
I don't think I've ever had a
That's
Triscuit.
Bisquick. Are you?
That looks like a pancake
never had 'em.
box to me.
I've never
I've never had 'em.
Triscuit crackers are awesome, but you have to be ready for.
Oh wait, yes, I have had them. I'll get it if it's
okay,
there.
but here's the
I'll
thing.
get it if
I
it's
think
there.
you'd
Yes,
like
I
a
have had 'em.
Triscuit cracker if. I think you'd like it if there
There's
were other
different
things to go
flavors.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the original, I would destroy one, but that's just me.
Wheat Thins.
Okay, hold on. Is that the tomato basil?
No, it's just a regular.
No,
Okay.
original.
All right, something that drives me crazy at my home life.
At my home life.
Did you just
Is-
add a Twitter handle?
No.
Oh, okay.
It just drives me nuts that sometimes my parents will buy tomato basil wheat thins. Not good. I will put wheat thins in themselves as below average, but when you get wheat thins and like buffalo chicken dip, oh my god, that's so good. I
Did
can
you
just
hear
go
that
to town.
accent? Did you hear that accent?
So
he's
good.
had-
So let's
He's-
say below average.
he's
They're
had-
not
By themselves,
by themselves.
not inspiring. You add a little something to it,
Yeah.
All right. Then the
got-
last one is the flavor blasted.
Oh,
goldfish.
Finish the
Gone.
whole bag.
What is it?
Gone.
Flavor blasted cheddar goldfish. It's
Gone.
the-
I don't know that I've had them, so they
It's-
got to be really good. Then?
It's
No, I don't
goldfish
think-
and it just has like cheddar sprinkled all
But
over
it's
it.
just enough to where it's not like, holy crap, I just ate a piece of cheese.
All right. So we got a lot of shit because I don't know what these two are.
This is actually a lot better than I would have
I
thought.
can't see these. I can't see what these are. The screen's so damn small.
It doesn't matter.
All right. So that's the snack
so
food tier
good. Control plus.
list. What?
Control plus. Hold it in and plus it.
Okay.
Oh, that's a great idea, Coach.
Okay. Okay.
No, I can't see it. What does that say?
Stacy's something or other.
Hampton Farms peanuts. Oh,
Peanuts?
peanuts.
No, get it out of here.
No,
That's not
that's
even
going.
worth
Why
looking
the
at.
fuck is that in the
Yeah,
store?
then why is
And
that
then
in the store?
Stacy's. They just look like potato chips. They just look like.
Okay. Well.
Wait, let me.
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
see.
do it one more time because I can't see.
Just
that.
keep tapping, and then it'll draw it up.
Stacy's pita chips. Is that
Pita?
Oh,
Why
but
is that in the
pita
store?
bread? You never had pita chips?
No, is that
They're
like
pretty good.
What?
They're pretty good. They're like a dry roasted pita bread in chip form. It's the same thing as eating like bagels from Chex Mix.
I'm
and
sure it's
stuff like
solid. I've never had it, so I just don't have an
Okay.
opinion.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm still not getting them though.
that. Yeah, no. I'm. That's why the fuck is it in the store?
Okay. Well, that's the tier list. So up all the way, we'll start at the bottom. At the bottom, we got peanuts. The whatever the fuck
But
they are.
if we're in a bar like we are right
I'm
now,
still not going to
and
eat
they're-
the peanuts.
You're not eating peanuts.
Nah.
So if I had a bowl of peanuts up there, you're not ever touching
Nope.
any of them.
I would have to be.
I'll have the.
I would
I'll
have to be quite
I'll
intoxicated.
have the
before I'm having
jalapeno
peanuts.
barbecue ones that you always get. I'll have those habanero barbecue ones. Absolutely, because those
Yeah,
are
the
flavored.
almonds. The almonds.
No, I'd
Yeah,
have
oh
to
yeah,
be-
the almonds. What the
I would
fuck
have to be
am I-
intoxicated. Before
Sun Chips Original bottom, raisins bottom, and Bugles bottom. Why the fuck
Yeah.
are they in the store?
Yeah, Bugles just kind of, I don't know what people, it's one of those love or hate kind of things with Bugles, I think.
I have a
I'm
friend
not
that loves
loves 'em,
all that
right?
stuff.
And
I just
then
do
they're
not
not,
like 'em.
they're supposed to be these like corn chip kind of things, and when you eat them, you're like, I don't like corn anymore.
All right, I'm gonna rack these off. Coach, go ahead and get the beer.
Okay,
and then we'll
which
start.
ones did you want to do? Did you want to do the?
I'd like to do the beer.
I know, but I have I have a several.
Okay, do you want to do 2 or 3?
I don't care. You want to do 3?
Let's do 3.
Okay. So then at below average, we got animal crackers, cheddar flavored Chex Mix, cheese balls, corn nuts.
Why do we
French
not put?
onion.
Why did we not put corn nuts into the worst tier? Its name is
Because-
corn nuts.
Because Coach really likes them. And he's a.
Doesn't that just sound just between you and I, CJ? The other two are away. Doesn't corn nuts just
We're really going to
sound
get into
bad?
this.
Doesn't that just sound
I did-
bad?
But I have had them in the barbecue flavored is good.
Okay, but that's not barbecue. We're talking about
I
corn nuts.
I have to put him up there because, like,
I don't
when
even wanna
he-
try 'em.
When I was like 10 years old, I would see him get those things all the fucking time, and he loved them. Sun Chips, French onion, Cheeto Puffs, sunflower seeds, cheddar ruffles, wheat thins. In the I'll get it if it's there category, we got Cheez-Its, kettle barbecue potato chips, Doritos Cool Ranch Funyuns, Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips, Lay's Classic Ruffles Classic, Pringles Pizza, Rolled Gold Pretzels, Salt and Vinegar Chips, and Triscuit Original. In the pretty good category, we got the cheese combos, Cheetos Original, Chex Mix Traditional, Flamin' Hot Cheetos, Goldfish Original, Lay's Sour Cream and Onion, Tostino's Hint of Lime, Pizza Goldfish, Sour Cream Pringles, Moon Pies, and Tostitos Original. And then finish the whole bag, we got pizza, pepperoni combos, Cosmic Brownies, Fritos, Welch's Fruit Snacks, Jack Link's Beef Jerky, Lay's Barbecue, Nutty Bars, Doritos Nacho Cheese, Pringles Original, Schweppes, Cheesy Popcorn, Ritz Crackers, Snyder's, buffalo wing pretzels, sweet Thai chili Doritos, and flavor blasted goldfish. I'm thinking next week I do candy. No, not next week, because we'll do the mock draft and we'll spend
We're going to spend way more time on
yeah.
mock
Definitely.
draft.
So the
and
tier
stuff.
list will continue after the draft then, and I'm thinking candy or drinks will be the one after that. So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
But
All right.
that's it for now. Let's get on to the beer.
All right, so we got a nice one. One of our show favorites was a beer called Narragansett out of Providence, Rhode Island. Well, the year after that it showed up, this beer came out in.
Sorry.
Oh,
I had to get it ready.
That was sexy.
It came out in 1948, and this is a lemon shandy from Narragansett.
That's
So-
gonna be naughty.
Dangerous.
We're going to take a look at this thing. So it is, let me get the ABV, and it puts right on the front, and it's made with natural lemon flavor. It's 4.7% alcohol by volume. It's called Dell's Shandy. It's a refreshingly different beer from Narragansett, and we are serving the original Narragansett
And it is
right now.
wonderful.
And I got a case 2 weeks ago. And it looks
Wonderful.
Look at it. It looks like a really nice.
It looks gorgeous.
Oh, and you can smell the lemon.
Oh, the smell. It smells like a glass of lemonade.
CJ getting a little naughty, getting full.
What? That's about a normal glass.
And I'm telling you what, in the summertime,
Yeah, that,
Oh,
I would.
the
I just
smell.
thought about sitting by a pool.
Oh.
I smelled this.
It smells like lemonade.
I'm probably
I mean,
gonna
oh,
smash.
that's
I'm probably
dangerous.
gonna smash these until I'm freaking face down or
4th of
drowning in
July,
the pool.
sitting by a.
All right, Lucas is taking his first taste.
All right, Lucas.
Why the fuck
let's
are you-
taste it. Lucas speaking to himself in third person.
Wow.
Wow.
It just tastes like lemonade.
It smells good. It tastes good. The aftertaste is fantastic.
It's a little
Oh,
bit of a sweet.
so-
Just let it go.
It just
it's
so,
and I
liter-
wonder.
it's
I wonder
lemonade.
how
all
much.
levels. It's just
lemonade.
so damn
I
good.
wonder how much of it is.
There's a little bit more left if anybody wants it.
Yeah.
Let's say, wow.
I
wonder
took the
how much-
smallest glass, so I'm
Wow.
going to.
I wonder how much of it is aromas that drive the finishing flavor because you're smelling it and therefore your taste buds are really hitting it.
I want to cry. That is so good. That is ridiculous.
so refreshing.
That is so good. It is literally
My
drinking
only
lemonade.
problem is, can you get this cold enough? Can you get it in a cooler and pack it with ice?
But
so
can
that
you
it's
get
ice
enough
cold?
of those?
Are these
my
sold
thinking.
locally?
Yes. Or do you have to go
No,
down to your
we're-
local
I
Total
don't,
Wine?
I don't know
or-
if you can find them in Total Wine. I found them in a place on my way back from my mom's house last weekend
That
in
was-
Gettysburg at the place called a Beer Mart. So
If you have a beer mart,
if you got a
That
Beer
is-
Mart near you,
that is
you got to check
lemonade.
out. And this is called Dell's Shandy.
So it's
Dell's
safe to
Lemon
say.
Shandy.
It's safe to say for me, if there was a cooler full of these,
I'm dead.
I'd be blacked out. and
dead.
And I don't do that very often. I don't.
But that's
I don't
okay.
drink to get blacked out. I would with this.
I'd be okay with that. I'd be like, I feel terrible the next day. Worth it. 100% worth it. That is fantastic. That
I love
like
that. It's got a nice sweet taste, and then when you
Yes.
follow it up,
no aftertaste.
follow it up with your regular Narragansett, they kind of blend together.
I don't know if I want to follow it up with anything else. Wow.
It does,
Still get
doesn't
that
it?
lemon.
Yeah, it
Oh,
still
so
blends.
good.
Wow. Okay.
That
Kinda
might
like
be
it.
okay. I know I'm not on the show that much.
So when I find it, should
Since
I
I've
grab
been
it?
on, that
If I
might be
find
one
it-
of my favorites.
If I find it, should
by
I grab
far.
it?
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
And Lucas, since you're our third mic now, would you drink these as we work into the summer months on the show?
Oh, of course.
Because
I mean, this is like,
they come in pounder cans too.
uh-oh.
Lucas is
but
staying
here's
tonight.
the thing. No, but here's the thing. It's no more than a regular beer. It's 4.7 alcohol. It's
Right.
like drinking a Bud Light, or regular Miller Lite or whatever like that. It's not overpowering.
Wow.
All right, CJ, how did you like it? Did you like that?
on all levels, from smell to taste to aftertaste to just everything about the beer.
was really good, huh?
Yeah, and I could drink multiple. Of
And
those.
that's
I
coming
think
from
so.
a non-beer drinker.
And that's from
That's
that's
from
really
somebody
good.
that doesn't drink
You're giving
beer.
up my style here.
But like, that just shows you how great it is when you get such high praise from that. All right,
Yeah.
Coach, what you got?
All right, so this is evilgenius.beer. Yes, hell yeah. That's our website. And so this is called Evil Genius. And this is the Purple Monkey dishwasher, which is called Chocolate Peanut Butter Porter. Now, we had a couple of stouts last
Oh my
week.
God.
That
I'm gonna go
people-
clean my cup because I want to give the peanut butter cup a fair,
All right.
a fair shake.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Either that or grab yourself a plastic one out of the cabinet on the right hand side there. Go up to the bar and you can get yourself a. And it's an ale with natural flavors added. It's 6.7% alcohol by volume, so it's a little bit bumpy. It's a little bit bumped over that. It's slightly hoppy, and that probably has to do with the fact that it's a porter. So, and porters are generally a little more hoppy than a stout, where stouts are chocolatey, maybe have those sweet aromas and stuff. But this one is made in Pittston, PA, by the Evil Genius Brewing Company in Pittston, PA. And I'm gonna put this in there.
Ooh,
I love the look of it.
it's chocolatey. Well,
Very-
here, go ahead and
very
let's go
nutty.
this way then. Let's flip it around.
Oh
he's
my
coming.
goodness!
He's coming.
It
The
smells-
smell is gonna hit you, Lucas. As soon as you're gonna instantly smell the peanut butter. Instantly smell the peanut butter. Maybe I poured a little too much, or Patrick, you smell it?
I do smell the peanut butter.
But it's gonna be hard to top freaking big. What was it? Big Muddy. You smell it, don't you? Don't you?
See, me, I smell. You said this is peanut butter cup, correct, Coach?
Mm-hmm.
I smell a lot more peanut butter than
Oh my
chocolate.
God. Oh my God.
You can feel it. It tastes a little bit hoppier than the s'mores.
It does, but it. Oh my God. You can taste the peanut butter.
You can taste the
So
peanut butter,
smooth.
the
You
peanutty
can taste
aromas.
the damn peanut butter. Oh my goodness.
That is so smooth. Wait, it's
6.7.
6.7?
Yeah.
That does
How's
not
that?
taste like 6.7.
Lucas going in for a second. Going in for a second. Oh, and he finished it off.
There's a little bit more if you want it.
Are you going to say anything?
Here's the thing: I haven't decided yet if
Speechless.
it's really good. And I know that sounds weird since I just housed it, but here's my tasting process: I let it hit the tip of my tongue, get an opinion. If I haven't decided yet, I house it to get an opinion. I still have no opinion as I go for a third drink. I'm like the Dave Portnoy. I gotta get 3 sips.
Oh, I'm not even finished, but I need. Oh, that is wonderful.
I think
That is wonderful.
that is stronger than the peanut butter cup we had last week from
Yes.
I liked last
Big
week's
Muddy?
more.
Not
Oh my
s'mores,
God,
not
no.
s'mores, but the peanut butter
No,
cup
man,
one.
that's a million.
I like the
times
peanut
better.
butter cup from last week more.
I can
also.
Now
taste
this
more
is a
peanut
different
butter in
style.
that.
This is
And
a,
it's smoother.
but this is a porter. It's not a stout.
Okay.
And a stout is more of a chocolatey, where a porter is a little more nutty, and that's the peanutty kind of flavor coming out. Now, this is you, a guy who's had hams and thoroughly enjoys hams,
Yeah.
drinking a freaking micro brew porter. What do you think of that?
Oh, the aftertaste though. As I let the aftertaste settle, it's really good.
You can pick up, and I think a lot of that is driven by what you smell.
Right. All right. My review is I'm going to give it a 6.8 on a scale from 1 to 10.
Why the f-
6.8.
I don't give rookie scores. Round numbers, rookie scores. If I had to, come on, everybody knows the rules, CJ.
No,
if I
we
had, If I had,
That's a good idea. Is actually like keeping a list on the different beers and actually like having like 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
You know that way at least like we can go back and be like, hey, we gave Narragansett, Shandy
A fucking 11.
a 10, and then we gave Evil
No,
Genius.
you have to give it an 11.2. You're a fucking rookie.
You know-
Darren.
yeah, exactly.
You know, like, at least
no
we have a
11 on a
ranking.
10-point scale. That's why it rocked.
So,
That's a 9.
To me, if there was a cooler if I'd already had a couple of something else, I'd start going for this at around 3. I'd like
But
to
you're
have
going to only have You're only going to have 3 of these because it's
Right.
6.7. You're going to have that's 1.5
Yeah,
times
it's
what a
pretty
regular
good.
beer is. So
Like I said,
3 is
6.8.
So 3 beers is 6
Right.
freaking Miller Lights or Bud Lights.
Right. 6.8, that's what I'm going to live with. You know, I'd come back to it probably, but it's not going to be something that I'll necessarily go to the
I'm
store.
gonna take a look at Evil Genius and see what else they come up with. But
All right,
this
time
was
to wash
not
my
bad.
glass. I'm going to wash my glass again so I can give a fair rating.
All right. So the next one coming up is another porter. This is a maple porter. This one is 7.07, so 7% alcohol. It's called Black Pelican from Crystal Coast Brewing Company. And Crystal Coast Brewing Company is in North Carolina, Morehead City, North Carolina. You know, you can tell this is a micro brew just by the can and its label, but we'll see what this thing has. Maple porters, there's one really, really great maple porter that we've had, and that had a lot to do with the Honor Brewing, the company that gave us Line of Sight. Oh, look at that. That's a freaking dark pour right there. This is a maple porter.
Maple porter, okay.
Yes, so porter is,
It
you know,
almost looks like a stout.
well, porters and stouts are very
Yeah.
they blur the line between what they are. I think stouts tend to be a little bit more sweeter, a little more chocolatey, whereas a porter can be a little bit hoppy at times.
You
Little
definitely get a strong maple smell
Yeah,
from
you
it.
get a good maple smell from it. Oh, it's got great maple tones when you taste it. And you can taste the hoppiness later at the end. But it's not bad.
See, I really like this one.
It's almost got a little bit more of a coffee nutty overtone to it.
It's got a You know what? It makes me.
So I think of porters as that nutty versus the malted, sweeter kind of thing of a stout.
Maybe I take this too deeply. I don't know. I smell and taste things.
Yes, that's
and I
how
talk
you're
about how I feel about, like, in terms of like where it puts me in my life, right? This and I fuck. This
All right,
makes me
Chancellor, shut his mic off.
this this makes me feel like it's like a Saturday morning. I'm having a coffee and pancakes and syrup, which like that's a happy feeling for
And
me.
you're having a
Right,
beer
right.
with
So-
your pancakes.
right.
No, I mean take the hops out of it. Going in for my second taste.
It's
Why
deep,
do you-
like it's got more depth,
He's defining.
Does
what
that
he's
make
doing.
sense?
I really like it.
but it has
Stir it.
No, but it has depth. Like when you first drink it, you get a
depth.
you get
Yeah.
you get dark chocolate and coffee.
Yes.
But as it settles, it gets sweet.
Yes.
And mapley and
Yes, I
syrupy
think you're
and
right.
smoother.
I'm gonna give this
These fucking guys had a good beer.
1 to 10. I'll give it an 8.4. And
course.
But what's
I'll
the
go
one
back
thing?
to it.
What's the one thing that's driving 8.4? What's the one thing?
in terms of driving it down from a 10 or driving it up to an 8.4.
What makes it 8.4? What's the one thing that really makes it?
I mean,
Oh, little
taking
splash.
another little splash.
There's more in there if you want it.
You see what your dad
See-
is missing,
Yeah.
and he doesn't even want to come on the show. The douche.
See, maybe just a little too much coffee. Just a hair, little smidget too much coffee for me. But
All right,
you know
so
what?
that's the roasted sense of a porter versus the sweet chocolatey sense of a stout.
Then maybe I'm not naturally a porter guy, but the flavor is good in itself.
Yeah.
See,
Oh, yeah.
I will openly admit, like, you say porter, you say stouts. I don't know what the hell you're talking
I know,
about.
but, that,
I do.
they're both
I do
very
enjoy
dark,
tasting
and
stuff.
the average person will blend them together, and you blur the line between what a porter is and what a stout. So when I think of this, and people, you can go on the freaking internet and you can argue this shit. But I think porters are a little bit nutty, a little more malted, a little more coffee, whereas
A little bit
stouts are a
smoother,
little sweeter, a little more
Yeah.
chocolatey, and that's where we got the vanillas, the freaking s'mores, and that's what we had last week.
Okay.
So does
makes sense.
does that
Yeah.
help out? And
Yeah, it
this
does.
one is a little more a nutty, roasted coffee kind of aromas and taste. But I'll tell you what, I think Evil Genius and freaking the guys at Crystal Coast, I think they freaking made a great beer. I think they freaking
This is the
outside of Summer Shandy or this freaking Dell's freaking lemon shandy, I don't know that you're gonna get a bad
But we've
beer.
got all sort like the shandy is like I'm gonna crack it, I'm gonna crush it, and I'll crush a lot of them. Easy going. Evil Genius it has great flavor, it's smooth, but I'm not gonna have as many. Now the Pelican,
But these are both porters. So they,
yes.
yeah.
Now the Pelican is gonna make you think a little bit. That's a beer where you're gonna sit there and be like, if I had one, it's gonna make me think a little bit. It's gonna be like, it's really good in its flavor, but it's really deep.
You're gonna try and enjoy
But
it.
you have to enjoy it. Where the Narragansett's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, dude, if I'm gonna crush this,
I'm just freaking pouring them in my neck right now.
it's gone.
I'm gonna hurt my fucking elbow drinking these things. Yeah.
So like we've got all sorts of levels here, but they're all fantastic.
I think
they're
we hit-
all fantastic.
I'm
yes.
telling you what, Coach is on a roll for the last 3
You
weeks
are.
with beers.
I haven't had anything that I didn't like.
Patrick just crushing
love
the
it.
rest of that. It's really good.
I love it.
All right,
it's
so
really good. That's right up
the,
my alley.
The
man.
next thing is to find Evil Genius in my Total Wine or reasonably.
I would say we got
place.
3 more, so you got 1 more week.
I got one more
Worth of
week, and then
stuff.
I'm going to go back to your grandmother's house because I got to help her put in a storm door and do some
But-
work for her. And she's got two beer locations.
But it's more lager sided from what I looked before. More lager side, so a little bit more light, little
So
different
where are we
taste.
going? So where are we going then? Where do you want me to go? Do you want to explore freaking more porters? Do you want to explore more stouts?
You had stouts last week. We've had more porters this
we
week.
had 2 porters this week.
My thing is, I don't know enough about beer, porters, stouts.
I'm just trying to fucking
I know,
educate you.
I know, but I mean, I haven't tried enough of that stuff to like really be
Oh.
like, here's where you need to go.
No,
you
no,
bring
no,
me
no.
something, I'll try it.
Well,
and that
here's what
I know
would
that
say.
sounds lame.
So you're
but
enjoying your experience
I'm
so
enjoying.
far.
Yes.
Well, CJ
I
and
trust you to bring me something
All right,
good.
so CJ and I have tapped into about 200 beers in the last year and a half, year and 3
Started
quarters.
in May of 2019.
Yeah, so we're coming up on our 2nd year anniversary, and we've dove into at least 200 beers.
Wow.
May or June. I'll have to look
It doesn't matter, but we have hammered a number of beers, and we keep bringing them back. We keep bringing back our favorites. We keep bringing back Narragansett. I've got Utica Club. I found another 6-pack in the fridge upstairs.
Of Utica Club?
Yes.
Utica Club. Don't even get me started. I love Utica Club.
One of my favorites, all-time favorites.
Okay.
And shout out you, Coach. You got me aware of Utica Club.
But you gotta. I'm gonna. Your mother and I are going down there next weekend to Total Wine, so I'm gonna look for a couple of different things, and if we can get a couple of shandies during the show,
Keep mixing it up.
yeah, I
Mixing
think
it
so.
up. I would say
We-
keep
we-
with the different brews.
Yeah.
Well,
we try.
companies.
We're gonna. Are we gonna? Do you want to explore double IPAs? Because so
I really
because
like
so
those double
far
IPAs. so
our
yes.
double IPAs have found their little niche.
Now, CJ, I don't know.
Not the regular IPAs. If I can keep the IBUs 70 or less, I think we ought to
Let's see.
delve
So
into the.
what was this porter?
I don't know. You have to check out the IBUs, but it's got to be low. It's got to be low.
Yeah, it's gotta be low. It was really smooth and light. That one doesn't say. What about Evil Genius? Does that say it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it does. Oh,
Oh,
ooh.
that's empty.
No. On the front, bottom right.
No. It's
ABUs.
listing.
Yeah, bottom right.
35. Yeah, so if we can keep them under 50, I think we'll be good.
Okay, let's move on to hops of the week and
Yeah.
let's get out of here then. I only have one today.
I have 1.5.
I have one also. Do you want me to begin?
I'm going
Yeah,
last.
that's fine.
Okay.
If you don't have one, you don't have to do one.
I got you.
So I don't know if you saw this. Mine is really quick. I don't know if you all saw this, but the guy in Daytona who was going over the drawbridge, they were bringing it up, and so they closed it. He drives right through it, the gate, smashes it, and goes over the drawbridge as it's apart and lands on the other side.
He made it?
He made it. And from what I've last seen, I
Can
don't
you
know if
watch
it's,
it on like YouTube?
Oh yeah, you can
CJ,
watch it.
please pull this up.
From the last thing that I've seen, suspect is still at large.
No
Mike
shit.
got through.
Now that was from what I last saw. I haven't seen any
How the
updates.
fuck did you find this?
I just Twitter, but it's amazing. Like what?
Oh my God, there it is on the right hand side. It says drive. What does it say? Driver jumps through traffic.
But like,
Oh, my-
unless there's a medical
course.
emergency, there
What are you
better
doing?
be a medical emergency. Otherwise, if you're just like, I'm trying to get home from work, like that's insane. Why would you do that? Oh, is this an ad or what is this?
Yeah. Some
No,
sort
I
of-
just really enjoy this stuff,
Well,
Lucas.
no, I didn't know if there was like some sort of
Well,
stupid
that's
thing
kind
at
of
the
cool.
start of it.
Special Olympics thing.
Oh, is
I
this
kinda-
shout out
yeah,
Special
yeah,
Olympics?
yeah,
Y'all
I
do
love
great
that
work.
shit. I love that shit. I would spend my extra time with them if I didn't fucking.
Okay, here you go.
What?
Here it goes right through
What?
it, crushes it. It's coming up. Oh, is that it?
That was it. Oh wait a
I'm
minute.
gonna be honest.
Wait a
I didn't
minute, wait a
watch.
minute.
I didn't watch the video. I just read about it.
Oh, he did. He did.
I mean, he got air, but that's not as cool as I thought it was.
It's kind of weak sauce, but who cares?
That's kind of lame.
Dude,
Damn, that is lame.
he's
I
trying
didn't
to
watch
get.
the
He's
video.
hey,
I just heard about
he's
it.
trying to get Memphis barbecue Pringles.
Yeah,
Freaking,
that's stupid. Then I mean, like, you might as well have just waited.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, at least make it look cool. You know what?
I mean, he fucking jacked up his windshield and everything.
I know
so-
you're not listening to this, but if you're the driver and somehow you come across this, F you, dude. Like, you didn't even make it look
What do you
cool.
mean, F you?
Like, fuck that guy. Like, I thought I had a cool
I'm
hops.
saying
of
there's no censorship.
I
on
thought
here.
you're right. I apologize, but I thought I had a cool hops of the week. He made it fucking lame.
Asshole.
Fuck that guy. And I hope insurance doesn't cover it. Dick.
So, if you don't have one, you don't have to do one.
Well, keep going now.
Okay.
I got one.
So
eventually.
I finished The Wire this past week. Yeah. And let me just say, well, the Padres are kicking the Dodgers' ass right now. But anyway,
World Series champs. We're good.
The Dodgers
I
are
finished-
13-2. I don't want to
finally-
hear your
Shut
shit.
up!
There isn't a team in baseball anywhere near as good as them. So lick ass. Okay. So
Okay.
what is this about? What were you saying? Don't talk about my Dodgers like that. It's bad enough you talk about my Bears like.
Well, then don't draft Trubisky. So I finished The Wire this past week, and this has been one of the most famous shows. I don't want to say most famous, but also most popular out there. If you have HBO Max, I recommend go watch
Have
The
you
Wire.
seen it? Have you watched The Wire?
I've never seen The Wire, but I do have HBO Max,
I'm
so
telling
I
you
will
what,
watch it because
one
of
the
CJ's
things-
suggestions.
And I tried years ago, and I tried a couple of years ago to interest CJ in this characterization of police in Baltimore. And he was.
Well, let me-
I'm just saying he was unsure about
Let
it.
me
But
go
then
on about it.
let me tell you. But this is how he got his interest, and then all of a sudden he just got turned on to it, and he just finally finished it. And I tried to tell him, it's as powerful a message as you can have in freaking on TV. So go ahead.
You ever want to know about a city that has a drug problem? I already know Baltimore has a drug problem. And this show only brought it to a whole nother level. And on top of that, it's so real. It feels like it's
the
so
characters.
real.
Like the characters are real people, and
the
you're like,
corruption, the drugs, the paranoia that goes on in this show is honestly what makes this thing so damn good. And on top of that, every season is different. You're
Yeah,
not
they
going to
have a
get the
unique-
same thing every single season.
yeah, the creators made sure that it wasn't just the same old routine over and over again.
Right.
They made defined. What would you call it, CJ? There was something to talk about in each season.
There was a sector of the police force that they wanted you to get to know each season. Now, I will say this, though. Personally, the way it ended, I'm not going to say too much. Wasn't that big of a fan of it.
Yeah, and
One of my favorite characters. I will not spoil anything. I was just not happy. I was
CJ,
not happy.
it's fucking a long time ago.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I really fucking hated the ending. I really hated it because the way that they made some of those characters go out, everything that they did in this show made this show great.
Yeah.
And they literally torched some
So
of them at the end.
without giving it away, the way they rounded out the characters was not good in my mind. It made you angry. And one of the things that CJ, and we were talking about this earlier today before we were talking on the show, is that it was the same way if you watch Game of Thrones. Did you watch Game of Thrones?
I haven't. I've watched like 2 episodes.
Oh, so you saw the first season with the first couple of episodes?
2.
All right.
And I don't remember very much.
Well, then you know the King's Hand, and his name is Eddard Stark.
Yes, I do remember that.
Ned Stark. Well, I watched it the first season, and I love Ned Stark. And at the end of that first season, I was fucking furious. I was like, I cannot believe that you did this to my favorite character. And I was like, I'm not watching this shit again. And it took me a long time to get back into it. And then when I had shoulder surgery, I was stuck down here over there in front of a 75-inch TV, and I watched every fucking episode.
I just decided at this moment, I'm going to go home immediately after this, and I'm going to watch Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones? Watch The Wire first.
Watch The Wire first.
Watch The Wire.
Okay.
And
I will say this, though.
because
my
the characterization...
3 favorite TV shows that I've ever... Shut up. My 3 favorite TV shows I've ever watched.
My son told me to shut up.
My 3 favorite
I'm in the
TV
middle of
shows I've
this.
ever
Give him a
watched
shot at the title.
are The Wire. I will say, no matter how much I got mad at how it ended, that show was so damn good.
And CJ, both and I agree about the characterization. The people that they picked
The
to play
Wire,
their parts.
Game of Thrones, and Band of Brothers. Those were the 3 shows that I could watch so many times.
Just phenomenal.
And even though the endings may not have been great, and their endings, they're not going to make everybody happy.
Right.
Because it's the fucking end.
Right,
You're not going to get them anymore.
especially with Game of Thrones, because they said that the author, the guy that wrote the books and stuff, intended it to be that way. Mm-hmm. And then when I got over my freaking pissed off freaking nature, I went back, and then I enjoyed the rest of them. And okay, there were a few hokey episodes that we were like, really, that's what it is. But then you see certain episodes, and you're like, fuck yeah, this is why I love this shit. And The Wire is just like that. But the characterization is just so spectacular. They're so good.
The Wire, it's a shorter series, so I recommend watching that before you watch Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones is 8 seasons, and it's about an hour-long episode each time, so I recommend watching The Wire first. And you'll understand it a lot faster also in The Wire than you will Game of Thrones at some points, because Game of Thrones, it can be all over the place sometimes.
Yeah. And I think that's how the author intended it, because it's this massive alternate reality that you know of and stuff like
Westeros.
that. Yeah.
Okay, Patrick, do you have one, or
You got 2?
Oh, well then, go ahead.
No,
Coach,
okay,
for
so
yours.
Lucas. All right, so I pulled off.
No, he's going.
Okay.
Oh, Are you going?
No, you're up.
No, I
Coach.
shared mine.
I know. I was like,
No, I'm just throwing the headphones back on.
okay, so I
had that lame ass drawbridge story. I'm
No,
done for the
that's
day.
all right. That's all right. So my whole thing is, I went off of Lucas's shit last week with the fucking guy who showed
The
up at
homeless
USC.
guy, yeah.
Dude, I started reading about that. How the hell did anybody freaking think that a guy 5'10" would just show up on USC and then he would freaking start? He would say he was a tight end and he was having meals with them and everything like that. Mm-hmm. That he would actually go to practice and try to field a punt, and they're like, who the hell is this guy? Like, really? That's what it was? And so I thought it was some hokey shit. So I started dealing into this YouTube world of homeless people who are faking shit, and there's a whole freaking underworld of people who pretend to be homeless, and they go out and they panhandle and get shit. They take fucking money in, and then they think that they've got things going on for themselves, and these people follow them and film them, and then these people fucking get in cars and drive home and end up in nice houses and all that
Yeah.
stuff. I was like completely, I call it the rabbit hole. And you just go down the rabbit hole and
You just
start
keep watching videos, right?
Oh my God. So this guy at USC just had me thinking, I'm like, what the hell is that? How did he get away with that? There's fucking so many homeless fakers and all that shit out there, panhandlers who live normal lives, who have houses, who have cars, who have all this stuff. And I started watching them, and I'm about halfway through, and I just get fucking mad. I'm like, I'm not watching this.
And what's unfortunate is there are people out there who seriously need help, and like they
100%.
have to go, like they have to be on the streets begging for money. But what
100%.
happens is there's so many fake panhandlers out there that
Yep.
like you don't
100%.
know who to trust,
Right.
And so
that's
therefore,
where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
Yeah,
and that's
that's
why when
how
I
I feel
walk down the
too.
street and a guy's trying to panhandle me money, I'm like, get the fuck away from me. I'm not giving you anything.
Yeah.
Because I know he's probably driving a nicer car than I am.
right?
I'm like, fuck you, dude. I'm not giving you shit. And then when you walk by him and he smells like pure freaking piss, and
Yeah.
then you're like, I could have slid him 50 cents.
Yeah,
or
I
something.
mean, it's a sad situation.
Yeah, it just fucking bothers me. My second one has to do with all of the shows. And I can't remember, I don't know if it was CJ or Patrick that turned me on to it. Snowfall?
Yeah.
You've never heard of Snowfall? You've
Yeah.
heard of it? And basically Snowfall is on Hulu. Or is it on Amazon Prime?
It's on Hulu.
Hulu. And essentially, Snowfall is the craze of cocaine and crack cocaine in the before the mid 80s.
I find
So-
shows like that super interesting.
So like before Pablo Escobar.
No,
kinda
this
deal.
is during Pablo Escobar's reign. This is Pablo Escobar. This is the freaking Iran Contra. This is
So this is the Middle East.
The Contras and the Sandinistas. No, this is freaking South America. This is the wave of illegal drugs coming into the country, from cocaine to crack cocaine. And I'll tell you what, it takes place in Watts in 1983. And I've watched 4 episodes, and I am blown away. I can't. I just want to keep watching it. I can't. But the thing is, it's one of those 50-minute shows where it takes a while to watch an hour episode and really digest what's going on, because they're going in so many different directions
Right.
at the same time. But I'm telling you what, if you don't check out Snowfall, you bumped your fucking head. It is in line, and I didn't want to say this because CJ and I both agree that The Wire is one of the best shows ever created for television. And that includes the fucking Sopranos, which everybody loved.
I'm just now diving into The Sopranos. I think
I-
I'm in season. I shouldn't say just now. I'm in season 3.
I'm telling you
it's
what.
amazing.
That's a good show, but The Wire is better than The Sopranos.
Really?
The characters of The Wire are better than The Sopranos.
Do you agree with that, CJ?
You just don't know what you're.
And
what you're
this
missing.
show,
You really
Snowfall,
don't.
Snowfall rivals The Wire.
Wow. I can't wait to dive into all
And
of
there
this.
are 4 episodes, or 4 seasons and counting with Snowfall. So I'm excited about it. I'm freaking jacked. Stay away from the fucking homeless douches, unless you're following them until they get in their car, and then freaking.
Yeah, I'm still like mind blown about that. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the video of like
Yeah.
there's that one woman who's doing it outside of McDonald's, and like these guys start filming her, and she's like, they're harassing me, and she's like knocking on the drive-through window, and they're like, well, it's like some minimum wage worker at McDonald's. He's like, what do you want me to do about it? And like, she's like, I want you to call the police. He's like,
I just watched.
damn, this isn't what I signed up for.
I don't
That's
know.
kinda his
It was
reaction.
like 15 minutes. I was I went upstairs, had to go to the bathroom, and I freaking pulled up freaking videos, homeless videos, and I'm watching this dude who's freaking panhandling, and people are giving him cash money, and he stays out there hour after hour, and they're filming him from across the street. And then as it starts to get dusk, he's like, well, I'm done. And he folds up his cardboard and he starts walking down the street. And they follow him. And the one guy's like, he turned the corner. We can't, don't go. He's going to find you. And then all of a sudden, these guys back up against the wall because he pulls out in a freaking white Malibu, in a freaking Chevy Malibu. And he goes down the street and they freaking pixelated his face and stuff. Because he'd been panhandling all day and freaking raked in some serious money and then got in his car and went the fuck home. And they followed him all the way to his home and then went up to his door. And then I thought I didn't want to watch any of that shit after that. So I was like, fuck you.
Okay, Patrick, let's go.
Okay. I guess I have two.
Two?
Well, the one is, you guys kind of talked about it, with the whole show kind of deal. I'm a big Game of Thrones guy.
Yeah.
I got into it when I had an appendicitis about 2 years ago.
Yeah, you
And I'm like,
binge,
I
watch
I
it.
can't do anything. I have to stay there. Like, if I pick up a gallon of milk, it's like, hey, you can't do that. So I sat in bed. CJ told me to watch it. So
Gallon of water weighs 8 pounds, so you couldn't lift over 5.
I couldn't lift over 10 pounds.
I thought it was 5.
It was 10.
That doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Who
matter.
fucking cares?
It was like some stupid amount of weight. Anyway, so I sat in bed and I watched from season 1 to season 7 because season 8 hadn't come out just yet. And I'm like, I'm freaking hooked.
It was really good.
I couldn't stop watching
Game of
it.
Thrones, dude, you got to.
I couldn't stop watching it. I'm like, it didn't make a lot of sense. I had to ask a ton of questions. I'm like, who are these people?
If you
What-
need questions answered, I ain't fucking helping you watch the show.
But there's so many different. Well, there's so much.
That a way to be a good friend.
Well, I would say, okay, so there's so much history is the word that I'm going to use, where you're just like, okay, if you didn't read the books, if you don't really
read
know
Who read the books?
that it's like you have a lot of catching up to do. But at the end, it was about season 8 when it came out. I had just caught up, and you guys talked about the endings of these shows, and it's just like, it didn't turn out the way that I thought I would have wanted to.
Right.
And Game of Thrones is sort of the same way with me. It's just like, okay, it was rushed a little bit.
They all did. The freaking Sopranos didn't end the way people expected it to,
And it rubs people the wrong way. But
The Wire, freaking obviously.
well,
CJ
there's
and I
some.
were
Well, it's like.
fucking-
Well, to me, it's like 50-50. Okay, so some characters got the ending they deserved. Others are just like,
Dragon Lady.
where in the world did you go? And
Everybody just. Oh my
and it's
God.
just like, okay, there's so many different tips and turns, and it's just like,
It's-
dude, all you need to find is a good show.
I literally.
And you can be hooked, and it's just like you can be at a
Yeah.
long day of work. You can have kids.
Yeah.
freaking
It's
blow
you
your
know what? You can
mind,
come home and watch MASH.
That show was so.
and it just
Or
and,
Cheers or Taxi
And you
or
can-
whatever those
and
old
for like
stupid
an
shows
hour
are.
and a half or 2 hours, you can just
Escape.
disappear.
That show
You can
Escape.
disappear into a show, and it's just like I'm so driven in that by the time you get hooked, you go to work the next day. And it's just like, I just gotta make it. I just
They-
gotta make it. I just
that
gotta make
show-
it. I can
I
think
can't
about
wait
it.
to get-
I gotta go see it. And
That show, I remember all the good moments in it, and all I saw was whenever it was like they made a tweet saying winter is coming.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is one of the most iconic sayings, and all you hear is people saying, here's a YouTube video on why this show is awful because of the last season and all this bullshit
Yeah.
that you
And-
want to spread.
And none of
because
the
you need-
people that
you-
made those videos could ever even fucking
you
remotely create the characterizations.
You
and
want
the
your
story.
opinion to be heard, and if anybody else has a different opinion,
And look-
well then guess what? You're just
That's
an
the
idiot.
douche mode. That is the douche
Yep.
mode of fucking social media. You fucking cocks. You
I
wouldn't
love-
talk to anybody that way before you got your fucking.
I love
teeth
Game of
smashed
Thrones.
down
Tell
your
'em,
throat.
Coach.
I love how I just
you.
started a trigger.
I love Game of
Oh,
Thrones,
God
and if
damn
the
it.
ending
That's
wasn't
like
the best,
showing up-
I'm okay with it because the 7 seasons where I saw that fucking wall come down, I
That's
was
why
like,
you show up to me before
Oh, no.
the game and
Like-
you're asking for a knee pad. I want to beat your ass. Because fuck you, you should have had.
It's true though.
And I understand that, and it's just like I'm a Game of Thrones.
CJ's an equipment guy.
But I'm a Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. I like it. I can watch it. But it's a show that you have to watch.
Yes.
3 times.
You have to feel it.
Because you have to understand what in the world they're talking about.
Well,
why it turned out a certain way.
Right,
and there's some things at the end
because the author was so unique in what he was doing.
But there were some things at the end where it's just like a Game of Thrones nerd like me still can't figure out. It's like, okay, I don't get it. But then there's other things. It's just like, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Now, did they rush it? Yeah, it's Hollywood and there's money. And
Joffrey taken in the ass. Yeah, I can see why.
No. I'm talking about the very end. The people that make it to the very end. And it's just like, you know what? That made sense. That made sense. That made sense. People may not like it, but it makes sense. But then you have the other side of the coin where it's just like, I've watched it like 4 or 5 times. And it's just like, that makes 0 sense.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. But a great show like that is gonna have there's some things where you're just like, wow, that doesn't make sense, but then you get the things that and you're not gonna please everybody with
I
show,
think that's how
I think that's
how
and it is
TV
what it
is.
is.
TV in general's like that. You're not gonna freaking.
It's like I love Game of Thrones,
what
and
is
my
it?
one
What is it?
complaint is that it was rushed. And
the
that's
fucking Young Sheldon versus
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon and stuff. You're gonna have people a young group love Young Sheldon, and then you're gonna have CJ's age, your guys' age, enjoy Big Bang Theory, and a certain group of adults who are going to enjoy that.
Now the second thing
Go
is
on to your second one.
Okay, so
because we'll just get off on a tangent.
Yeah.
So it's less triggering and more stupid. I'm watching YouTube. I have a ton of time on my hands, and I came across this YouTube page. It's called The Boys of '98, and it is the stupidest, most outrageous. But I thought about it. I'm just like, that has something to do with the bar. It's 4 dudes. They're in Canada. They're about college guys. 3 of them have mullets, and the other guy he looks either Indian or Middle Eastern. Like, he has no business doing in Canada, and all they do is post videos of these different drinking games. And they get hammered doing it. And I don't get it, because it's video after video after video, and all they do is shotgun, take shots, do this beer pong stuff, and I'm just sitting there thinking, like, your liver's gonna fail, dude. And I'm just like, oh my god, how much beer? How many times are you gonna shotgun something? Like, I'm probably 10 to 12 videos deep, and I swear to God, they are 100 plus shotguns deep. And the channel only started in like August.
Oh my gosh.
And they post
So
once
these
or
guys
twice a
are
week.
22, 21
They're
years
like,
old?
yeah, they're like 22, 23. Like, they're college
Dude,
kids.
the golden rule is whenever you turn 21, like, you don't drink as much anymore. Like,
Well,
did you
okay,
guys never drink?
But they
whenever-
have 2 videos called Pub Golf. You guys ever heard of
I've never heard of Pub Golf.
Okay, so Pub Golf.
Have you ever heard of Pub Talk?
It's a great show.
Okay, so
I've heard
Pub
it's a fucking
just,
badass show.
just so we can finish
Those
up. So
assholes.
so just to finish
They're
up,
fucking assholes.
Pub Golf
That's what I heard, anyway.
is literally you go to 9 different bars. You order.
What? So it has nothing to do with golf. So it has-
No, it's pure alcoholism. You go to 9 different bars.
I thought this would be
You-
interesting, Lucas, but it's not.
You order the largest beer they have, and you count how many strokes, aka chugs, it takes for
What?
you to finish that beer.
Well, how many ounces is it?
I've seen ones that are probably this. Well, it looks like a tall beer. So, like, you know how, like, some different
24 ounce kind of thing?
yeah,
Okay.
and you have to chug said beer in how many strokes. So chug, 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 chug. You put it down, that's a stroke. Chug, chug, chug. You finish, that's 2 strokes. You go to 9 different bars, and you try to see how many strokes it took you to finish.
It actually sounds fun as hell.
I was going to say I'd try.
But, like,
I think,
Now,
I think I might try it.
You got to watch the videos. These dudes, they go into those bathrooms and throw up. There's
Puking rally.
There's one dude, and it looks like a former roommate of mine. And he is an absolute machine at it.
Yes.
He is an absolute machine. And then you have the Indian / Middle Eastern guy. I'm not sure.
Hey, we're not doing races on this show.
But like you have 3 white dudes. They all have mullets, and then there's this dude in Canada.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Where Moosehead comes from, right?
I'm like, where
lager.
did you find this?
That's
dude?
Canada.
And I'm just sitting there thinking,
is-
like, dude, your liver's gonna fail. Your liver's gonna fail. It's like they played 100-cup beer pong.
100-cup beer pong.
They played 100-cup
What
flip
fucking
cup.
table does that?
They
What is
played
that
100.
table?
They played 100-cup flip cup.
Dude, you're making 50 shots until you're like, okay, I hope I can make this.
They literally. Okay, so they played 18 holes deep, which is they go play golf, and it's 2v2. If you lose the hole, you shotgun.
Okay,
So
you
you
can-
vomit on the golf course?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So like
Because
the one
imagine if
team
you split the holes. Like if you play a full 18,
if
you're
you
shotgunning
tie-
9.
If you
Yeah.
tie,
and then if you're bad, like me, I'd be shotgunning 18 holes. So I'd be dead.
So like if you tie
drink
and if you
freaking
tie,
almost
you
a case of beer
Yeah.
before it's all said and done with.
And
Plus the one you were sipping on.
Yep, exactly. So it's not like you're sipping on a beer.
How are they
You
not
shotgun it.
blackout drunk? And
Oh, they were.
But how does the course marshal not?
I don't know. I don't get it. They were out there, and I'm not kidding. This team lost 5 holes in a row. Shotgun after shotgun after shotgun
Okay.
after.
I gotta
and
watch this shit.
okay.
Look up the. I'll show you after this. The
Please
Boys
send me
of
a link for
'98, and it is brutal, and I don't get it. I'm good.
That was a good
it's
one,
Just
Pat.
like holy crap. I'm like, we enjoy our beer. Like we think about depth, simplicity, and they're just like alcohol down the hatch, gone. And I'm like, there's 2 different perspectives to drinking, and it just blew my mind.
That's scary.
it just blew my mind.
I'm too old for that shit.
Lucas, bring your A game next week. And bring all the
Lucas.
trades that you
Hey,
want for
third mic.
first
I
round.
cannot wait for my mock draft.
So-
all I can say is, tell your douches to show up for our live show next week, and
Okay.
then the
Not
live
next
show.
week, the following
No,
week.
we're doing a live show next week, and then we're going to do a live show for the
okay,
draft.
okay.
So we're doing back-to-back live shows.
Back-to-back live
Awesome.
shows.
Okay.
So get the word out, and we'll post the word. Don't forget, we are thepubqm@gmail.com, and we are _pubqm on Twitter. If you want to get a hold of us, fucking get it on there, and we're going to talk. Call us, get on the show. We're going to have a blast. The next 2 weeks, NFL Draft.
Okay. Long ass show today.
Yes.
Lucas,
who
thank you
cares?
for being here. Patrick, I'll see you upstairs. Okay. But next week, top 10 mock draft. Following week, live show of the draft. We'll be all set and ready to go for that. But, guys, until next time, peace out. Love you
Peace.
guys.